You coming?
You feel it coming, Heel Steven?
Like the weekend, yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. I feel you. Anyways, guys, yes, I know it's super late, but I told you guys this would be a live late night stream. Apologize for the super lateness. I know everyone's gonna be like, not everybody. I know the people that follow this channel would probably think like, why is it so damn late and everything like that. Well, I originally I was gonna do this Wednesday night, but then it's school, and then as Steven, fucking one of my guests,
I know
goddamn
everyone's gonna be
potato
like,
chips,
not everybody. I know the
super,
people that
super
follow
loud
this
in the background and stuff like that. God damn. But yeah, so we have Heel Steven and Non Legit Wrestling, my brothers from the Team Heel podcast, for this live late night Q&A. Steven might stay for a little bit because Steven works at like 5 in the morning, so he's gonna come. He has to bounce here soon, and then Walter said that he would do this. So yeah, boys, how you all doing? We just filmed the Team Heel podcast. Steven, how are you doing besides eating potato chips really loudly on my stream?
Oh, I just finished eating, so I feel now amazing. Actually, I feel great.
Eating your potato chips at like fucking 1 in the morning, dude.
Oh yeah.
2 in the morning.
2 in the
2 in the
morning.
morning.
2 in the morning. Steven eating potato chips and everything like that. What's up, Degenerate Sharigon? What's up, Blue Knight? How y'all doing tonight? So yeah, Walter, how are you doing? This is the first time Non Legit Wrestling's been on the Chase Oliver channel. Non Legit Wrestling. Walter, how you doing, my friend?
Technically. Yep, I have. I mean, it's been a while since I went on someone else's channels besides Steven's. So this is very refreshing. And, I'm just enjoying it. It's late as fuck, but who cares, right?
Yeah,
Because you said this is where a lot of people view the stream, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we also have the Batman in the stream. So remember, guys, this is a live Q&A. Anything. I don't care. Whatever questions you have. I ain't going to talk about any of the topics that happen in wrestling unless there's like dead air and no questions. Any questions are welcome. Remember, guys, Snowdrop, the Q&A queen. She sent us her Snowdrop WrestleMania. That's always one of my favorite things. If you guys don't know Snowdrop, Walter and Steven don't know Snowdrop. Snowdrop is one of the best people on Twitter questions. She always asks great questions. And so she always she made this WrestleMania card one year. It was like the funniest thing ever. And now every year she makes like a WrestleMania. This is the third Snowmania that I'm going to be reading to you guys. So we're going to read that a little bit later on tonight. Remember, if you guys can't ask questions live in the chat, and if you guys are watching this via Twitter, or you're watching this on the mobile device, because I know some people, for whatever reason, they can't send questions normally, you guys can send in questions via Twitter, too, at ChaseOliver68. So, no problem with that there. All right, Steven. How you doing tonight, though, Steven? What's going on in your world, Steven?
This year, just finished doing the podcast, which will be up later on in the day. Up on the feeds, and again, having a fun time here with the good brother Chase Oliver.
Whoa, we don't use that terminology on this channel.
I'm sorry.
No jobber terminology.
Jobber terminology. Okay.
All right. So Degenerate Sharigon has a question. How do you feel about Mia Khalifa and wrestling? If you guys don't know who Mia Khalifa is a porn star that is known to be trolling NFL athletes and NBA athletes and stuff like that. So, how do you guys feel about Mia Khalifa taking bumps? Steven, what do you feel about this? I don't know if you care.
I saw the video. I saw like little clips of it. Apparently, there's like a giant video that's uploaded. It was there. I mean, nothing really to make a big deal out of, other than her taking a sloppy bump, and I guess having now some respect. But we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Walter, what do you think about Mia Khalifa and pro wrestling?
She's actually wrestling? Like, she actually wrestled?
No, like, she's, like, doing shit. Like, she was talking shit, and now she's doing stuff and everything like that.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of weird. That she actually was, talking crap about wrestling, and now she is kind of doing bumps, I hear, and then all this. I don't know, man. Whatever. Well, I know it's going to help out some type of wrestling promotion because it's Mia Khalifa, and she's still somewhat of a name.
Jumping on that shit.
Exactly. With Joy, look at Joy Ryan. He wishes she can do that. She could sell that bump for him. Well, does he still do that?
What, the penis thing?
The penis thing.
Yeah, he still does that, man. It's like the gay, like.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, man. The Joy Ryan junk shit, like that's the most gayest thing ever, man. Yeah, but
that and the lollipop. That and the lollipop.
The lollipop ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Blue Knight wants to know how is school for me. Ma was a blur on Thursday. Man, school School's pretty alright, man. It goes by too fast, though, because I start school at 9:35 on Thursdays. But I get there early, and the reason why is sometimes I study before my classes, or I go to the gym before my classes. Like, I either work out before or after all my classes. Just depends on my mood and stuff like that. Normally, it's after, because I'm not in a rush to get anywhere afterwards. Like, I'm just going to go home and eat and stuff like that. So it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, man, sometimes, man, school, it is what it is, you know. Like sometimes I hate working in a lot of group projects this semester. I don't mind if one of my classes is a group project, but like 3 of my classes, my major grades are all group projects. Actually, no, I take that back. 4 of my classes, my major grades are all group projects, man. And the good thing is about like one of the 4 classes, at least I got to choose my partners in one of the 4 classes. So I'm good in my Spanish class. But man, dude, my other 3 classes, I didn't even get to choose my partners, man. I didn't even get man, like the teacher decided that shit, man. And like, here's the thing, man. The thing is, like, I always get into these groups, and I don't want to be because like everyone thinks because I'm loud and shit that I want to be the leader. Hell no, man. I don't want to be the leader of no group right now. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to get a good grade. I have other stuff to worry about than like trying to make sure this girl's showing up and turning in her assignment. I'll do her assignment if she doesn't turn it in, and I'll help her fill it out. Like, I'm not here to put people down and anything like that. I'm just trying to get a good grade. Everyone else is trying to get a good grade too, man. And the thing is, man, all my groups are antisocial human beings, man. Like, they're just, like, one group in my research methods class, these 2 girls, oh, they took over that group, man. They just talk. That's good with me. You guys want to take over? I have no problem with that whatsoever. Just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it, man. Like, I do not care. I'm not going to make a fuss. You guys decide everything. I'll do the grunt work. That's good with me. But, man, in my event planning class, I have to plan a wedding, guys. Guess what, man? Guess what?
Who's getting married? Who's getting married, Chase?
I don't know. We haven't even discussed that shit yet. My group hasn't met. We got a group chat going on my phone, and literally no one has texted since Monday, which was the class. So it's
projects.
Like, huh?
Nah, group projects were the worst. I agree.
Yeah, dude, I hate group projects. Like I don't mind like one class being like the major group project. That's fine. But I have 4 classes where it's like group project. That's your main thing. Batman, you want me to join the Justice League? I'll take that. I'll take that, dude. I'll take that as a janitor role, man. I'll take a janitor role if you guys want that. I'll make sure the toilets are fucking nice, man. Like, I don't want to fight crime and shit, dude. I'm too fat for that, Batman. I'll just be, you know, I can't do that. If the Justice League ever did offer you a job, would you guys take it? Would you guys be like, yeah, man, I want to be part of the league?
I'll be down.
Yeah,
why not?
good pay.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be down.
Balthor Zylander asked on Twitter earlier and stuff like that, asked, do you think WWE will release Baron Corbin this year? Do you think that? No, I don't think so. Like, I think they still like Corbin, right? I haven't heard anything that they hate him.
Why would they release him? I mean,
why would they? Yeah.
It was weird that he really didn't do shit in the Rumble, but I mean, I don't know. I think they'll keep him around. I just don't know what they'll do with him. Probably be a mid-card. I mean, it's nothing wrong with being a mid-carder, but yeah, there's no point in releasing Baron Corbin.
Exactly, absolutely. There's no reason to release him right now. It's a crime that he had a bad Rumble performance because of Finn. You know what I mean? But it's just one of those things right now. But I just don't see him getting released anytime soon. I'll be honest. You know, I can see him one day being Intercontinental Champion.
I mean, he was already U.S. champ.
Why the hell not, right?
I only study on Monday and Wednesday, but a week before an exam, I go apeshit on Sunday. Oh, I'm the same way, man. My first Spanish test is tomorrow, and I guarantee you, not tomorrow, on Tuesday. I guarantee you, man, I'm gonna be on my Spanish website trying to act like I'm fluent, man, because I suck at tests, man. Like, I have bad test anxiety, being real with you here, man. Degenerate Sharigon wants to ask, have you been on academic probation? Oh yeah, in junior college, I did bad my first year at JUCO, man. Like, I did so bad, man. Like, they put me on academic probation, dude. That's the worst too, man, because you can only take like a certain amount of credits and stuff like that. Some people, they smart. They take like gym classes and shit to get off academic probation. I wasn't, man. Like, I took like all these hard classes, man. And so I I almost got kicked out of Moore Park College, which is like sad to say, but I almost did. And if it wasn't for my journalism professor, I would have been kicked out of Moore Park, man. I probably wouldn't be going to school, to be honest with you, because just trying to get reapplied after getting academic probation is hard enough. Walter, have you ever got an academic probation, or Steven? I don't know if you guys want to admit that, but I don't care. So, like,
no, I don't think I ever have, honestly.
I have high school, my freshman year.
High school?
That's right.
Damn. What the fuck did you do?
Failed courses.
Just fail? Like, you just didn't even try?
Well, here's the thing, right? So at the time, my parents were separated, right? And my mom sent me to private school.
Here comes the life story of Steven.
And I did not want to be there. I did not want to be there for one bit, so I failed on purposely. Just fucking failed on purposely. My freshman year.
Yeah, you didn't try, pretty much.
I didn't even try. The only thing I learned about freshman year was how to fucking do a tie. How to do the knot. That's the only thing I learned.
What? They taught you that at school?
Nah, the only thing I learned throughout time and shit. You know, in private school you gotta wear a tie, right? So my father taught me how to do the triangle knot, right?
Oh, I thought school taught you that. Like, they're like, all right, guys, welcome to the tie course. For this whole semester, we're going to teach you about fucking ties. Like, I was like, what the hell? What school you go to? I want to go to that school. I want to go to school where I get to learn about ties.
Yeah.
All right, well, yes. Sorry to bring up the topic of smarks, but the anti-Ronda Rousey force is in full effect. Your thoughts? So, yeah, anti-Ronda Rousey, man. You piss off some of these IWC favorites, and they come at you hard, man. That life comes at you fast with these IWC favorites. Well, what do you guys think about the smarks and the anti-Ronda Rousey? I know you guys talked about it on the Team Hill podcast. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but what are your guys' thoughts? Walter, what are your thoughts on these anti-Ronda Rousey people?
I mean, like, I understand where they're coming from, Ronda Rousey stealing another person's spotlight. She didn't deserve all this. But she's not as much hyped as she was when she was doing really good in the UFC. Like, and I bet WWE wishes they had her when she was still undefeated, still kicking ass. But still, even with that, she's still pretty much the biggest name WWE has got in a while. And, I understand that some of these fans feel somewhat different because she's not really a wrestler. But, at the end of the day, it's all about getting that attention, getting that mainstream attention, publicity. It was everywhere when she made her Rumble debut, when she debuted it pretty much as a full-time wrestler, supposedly. Yeah. And so that's why, they got to understand at the end of the day, it's a business. And that's why Rousey, for now, looks like it could be good for business. So you can't really shit on Rousey just yet.
Oh, yeah. Steven, what do you think?
I think, again, listen, people should be thankful that Ronda's there now, because let's be real about it. All this publicity, all the attention is now on the women, right? So you think about it. So, yeah, it's one of the things, it took away from the Rumble. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, it got WWE, ESPN moment. It got them all this, it got news outlet attention. So, at the end of the day, I guess what Ronda's doing is probably a good thing.
Yeah. First off, what up, CPZ? How you doing, my friend? And then second off, yeah, no, I agree with you guys. Like, look, if you don't like Ronda, that's your thing. I'm a Ronda fan still. I like Ronda Rousey. But if you don't like Ronda, that's cool. You don't have to like her. I can understand why fans are upset. But here's the thing. If you're upset and you're trying to get something from these women, they don't give a fuck that you're defending them, man. These women, these WWE girls, man, they don't care, man. Like, that. The thing is, these wrestling fans are thirsty for something, Blue Knight. That's why these smarks are like, oh, let's get friendly. And it's like, no, dude, shut up. Like, y'all don't know the impact that Ronda has brought in women's sports. Now, here's the thing. I do agree with them when they say that they overshadowed the Rumble. That's the only thing that I do agree on. Is that she What the hell are you doing, Steven? Jesus Christ, man. You just a mess right now, dude. You just a mess. Interrupting my rant. But whatever. Interrupting my shit. Fuck off. But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, man, Ronda's Ronda. She's going to get that attention. Like, I do agree that they should have not overshadowed the Rumble just for Ronda Rousey's debut. What did the pay-per-view we watched, boys, on Sunday? Was that titled WWE Ronda Rousey, or was that titled WWE Rumble Royal Rumble? What was
The Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was called Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
Wasn't called WWE Ronda
It
Rousey.
wasn't Rousey.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like her debuting on Raw would have been way better or something like that instead of like, or like even Batman said in the chat, SmackDown. Like, yeah, that would have been cool. Would have given SmackDown something to give a shit about. Am I the only one who feels that Sasha Banks is overrated and her fanboys have triggered batshit social justice worker mentality? Ooh, savage right there, DJ
Wow.
Sean Gunn. Now, Steven, do you think Sasha Banks is overrated?
Her time has come and gone, I believe. Her time has come and gone, and it's just there, to be honest. Not honestly overrated, but the fan base is annoying, though, that I will admit.
Yeah.
She does have the annoying.
Walter, what do you think?
Fan base.
Oh man, poor Sasha. I still like Sasha somewhat, but like, you know, I never liked her as much as everyone else did. NXT Sasha was fine, but then, you know, once they come to the main roster, it's a different story. But she was still fine. But you know, we've seen it here and there, winning multiple titles, not doing shit. So it's kind of like, stale. Like, she's still useful, but there's no, as in like, pushing her to the top again. It's been there, done that. Unless you want to turn her heel, I don't know what else you can really do with Sasha. I don't think she's overrated, but yeah, she can be a bit, I guess a little overrated, but not too overrated to the point where like, oh damn, like I feel like Alexa Bliss is one of those girls. I know that's gonna get me like a lot of heat, but I think Alexa Bliss.
I think Alexa
you could
Bliss
say
is
a little
Bayley,
more
Bayley.
overrated.
She's
I think
extremely
Bayley
overrated.
more.
Alexa,
No, some people hate Bailey now. I don't think Bailey can be overrated anymore.
No. I am proud that I was always a Bailey hater, but these fans finally were smelling the roses. Here's the thing about Sasha. I think Sasha's a really good worker, but I do feel like the General Shotgun, when people try to put her on that upper echelon, pump the fucking brakes. She's not top 5 of all time and stuff like that. She's not even top 10 of all time. I'm being real here when I say that, because that's like disrespectful to the women that wrestled in the 80s and the 90s. Now, the thing is, Sasha is a really solid worker. Her NXT was probably like, it's sad when we're saying the NXT stuff was her best work. Like, how can we say that about someone? Oh, your developmental days were your best days. Because like the thing is, ever since she's been on the main roster, dude, resting bitch face, not caring about her matches. Like, here's the thing. You know she lost on pay-per-view because she puts on that resting bitch face. She acts like she doesn't care. She doesn't try in her entrance. She just looks all upset. But when she's winning, she does the stupid little hand thing. She's all like doing the little the booty bump, whatever her little Sasha Banks dance is, that little booty dance and stuff like that. It's just it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the thing. And yeah, her fanboys, man, they aren't the worst, man. I think Alexa Bliss fanboys are pretty bad. I like Charlotte, but I think the Charlotte fanboys can be fucking worse too. But yeah, man, when it comes down to it, man, yeah, these Sasha Banks fanboys, dude, they are just the absolute ass. And then like Batman says, forget Sasha Banks, her heel turn was due. CPZ said Sasha needs to stop the dives. And then CPZ also asked thoughts on Grimm's Toy Show and the Nia Jax stuff. We actually got done talking about that on the Team Heel podcast, and we all pretty much said like both were kind of in the wrong. And I know everyone's gonna be like, "How's Nia in the wrong?" Here's the thing: Nia should have never given Grimm's Toy Show a reaction, man. She gave what Grimm's Toy Show was looking for, man. That's her fault. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying body shaming is an okay thing to do, but here's the thing. I know there's some people who have made fat jokes before, man. Like, I've gotten attacked on this channel about my weight before. So it's like, I'm not... And did you guys ever see me get, like, all upset and everything like that? No, it happens, man. I even say I'm a fat ass, and people go, no, Chase, you ain't fat. It's like, no, I know I'm chunky. So I don't get mad when someone says on the thing. And the thing is with Nia Jax is this, man. Look, I get it. You know, like, apparently, like, when she took that break, it wasn't because she didn't want to do the job to Sasha. She left because she was being body shamed and everything like that. Look, I don't think people are saying, like, hey, you need to lose all your weight. But I think it's not bad to slim down. Like, Tamina used to be big, and she slimmed down pretty well and everything like that. So, the thing is, though, she gave Grimm's Toy Show what Grimm's Toy Show wanted. That's her fault. I have no sympathy for that. You know, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm Switzerland. I have no fucking side. I don't take anyone's side in these type of things, man. You decide to give him that exposure. You helped him out. And the thing with Grimm's Toy Show is, That's his audience, man. That's his whole audience. That's what got him over in the first place. He used to do this with the Big Show. He used to do this with Kane. He used to do this with a bunch of fucking fat wrestlers. He's done that with Kevin Owens before. And the thing is, no one came at Grim Toy Show saying, why are you body shaming them? Just saying. No, when it comes to women, all of a sudden we have to protect them. It's weird. What are you guys' thoughts? Steven, what are your thoughts on this? I know we just talked about it, so you can just say.
I mean, listen. It's one of those things where, listen, yes, was it right for Nia to do what she did? No. Because let's be real about it. Now what you're doing is, A, you're showing that you're letting the small thing in the world gets you. I'll be real about it, too. I'm a fat fuck. You know what I mean? I get called fat ass, fat fuck, all the shit you want over the years, right? But at no point am I going to go out of my way and go on this whole sentimental social media tirade, right? What she did.
Mm-hmm.
But what she did now, in essence, yeah, you know what? You got some backlash. Grim's getting some backlash, all the hell you want. But more than anything as well, Grim's sub numbers, his follow numbers on Twitter are going up. So you did him a favor.
Yeah, I know, because like I said, some people who are like Grim's audience are going to find that shit funny. You know, like, I'm not someone that's sitting there laughing at his humor, but he knows his audience. And that's the thing. Like, that's what some people don't understand. Know your audience. That's what you have to do. Like if you know who's following you and stuff, just do what you do, you know? And that's where sometimes some people don't understand, man. They're just, it's like, people are like, oh, yeah, dude, can't believe you made fun of Nia Jax's weight. And it's like, but that's how his whole audience is. They're just a bunch of little kids like him. That's what his gimmick is. Walter, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what both of you said. It's kind of hard to feel bad for Nia Jax when you're literally responding to this guy. I mean, I saw it on Twitter too. I guess she did delete the tweet. But Grim knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, and he was going to get some backlash for it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think even though he apologized, in the long run, he knows that he gained more viewers, and now he's pretty much set. And Nia Jax just needs to, at the end of the day, it's best just probably not to say anything. I understand you probably were mad at the comment, but, at the end of the day, that's a lot, like you said, a lot of people get body shamed. Kevin Owens, how many times this guy got body shamed? You don't hear him bitching about anything.
Yeah, exactly. We don't hear fans trying to defend, oh, that makes his character that he's fat. Like, they don't say shit. Like, I've seen YouTubers who are standing up for Nia Jax. They're the same motherfuckers that made videos saying, I can't take Kevin Owens seriously because he's fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen, dude, it's like the funniest thing ever, man. Like, don't fucking, insult Kevin Owens because of his weight, and then all of a sudden defends, defend Nia Jax. That's my problem, is all this double standard bullshit, man. It's like the same people that were like making fun of Paige for doing the porn, but then when they heard that Alberto may have hit her or something like that, they're like, oh, Paige, where's your shit? It's like, shut the fuck up. What were you saying, Steven?
Think about this too, right? Talk about body shape. Rikishi over the fucking years wore a fucking thong.
Yeah.
Bastion Booger. Remember Bastion Booger back in the day, yo?
Yeah, remember Vader when he left the fucking WWE? He said, I'm a fat piece of shit. He just walked away.
Exactly.
It's like the funniest thing ever. He's like, I'm a good for nothing fat piece of shit. It's like the funniest thing. Sasha Banks said in her interview that she doesn't care about Ronda. Jealousy. Of course. All these women are jealous. That's how it is. Batman says people just like Alexa Bliss because of her body. I understand. Maybe if I saw her in person more, I would get it. But her body's all right. Like, I've seen girls with the same body, like, at my local gym. So it's nothing, like, too impressive. Degenerate Sharingan says, Sasha good, but most of her good quality matches are her women, who are arguably better performers than her. I wouldn't say Bayley's a better performer than her, but that's just my opinion. No, I'm just being real here.
Yeah, no.
Will Ferrell, #1. Scott Casey Gale, my boy, asks, what do you think of Dan Lambert from Impact Wrestling and the owner of American Top Team? I really don't care about him, to be honest. Like, I'm glad that he's having fun on Impact, but when people are going on Twitter and saying, oh, he's the best promo in wrestling, it's like, calm down, man. Like, he's funny, but he's not the best promo in wrestling. Like, come on, man. That's just ridiculous.
I enjoyed the early stages of that feud. Remember that there was a clip on Impact a while back where they were all arguing backstage and James Storm got involved to everybody get the fuck out of there and shit. I thought that was cool. And then the whole thing kept going and going and going, and it just never ended. I think if anybody benefited from the whole thing, I don't know if you agree with me or not, probably Colby Covington.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, Colby Covington. Yeah, he definitely benefited from this.
Exactly. Look at him now calling out Tyron Woodley,
and
calling
RDA.
out RDA, everybody calling out. So good for him on that. Good for him on that.
Degenerate Sharagon saying, I'm naming the Asukas and Charlottes. And we all know Walter doesn't waste time watching Impact, so we can move on to the next question.
Exactly.
Do you think AJ Styles would have been booked the same if the brand split never happened? That's a very interesting question.
Oh.
So, would AJ Styles be booked the same if the brand split would have never happened? Like, let's just say Raw and SmackDown were still doing this thing. Do you think AJ Styles would have been booked exactly the same? I think some portions of it, yes. Like, I definitely think he would have still won the WWE title. But I feel like the thing is with the brand split that kind of helps AJ is that you don't have to see... Because AJ would be one of those wrestlers, and was the problem with the brand split. They abused a lot of wrestlers where you got tired of seeing them all the time. Because they would not only wrestle on Raw, but they would wrestle on SmackDown. Like, you would see Randy Orton wrestle Wade Barrett on Raw, and then on SmackDown you would see the same exact fucking match. It was like, it was mind-numbingly bad. So, like, the thing is with AJ Styles, he'd be so abused, especially since Raw doesn't have, like, a champion that's always there, because they were, like, it was, like, Brock Lesnar. And sure, Kevin Owens would have been on there, but at the same time, you gotta think there would be no Universal title. So AJ Styles would have been, like, doing all these feuds with, like, Finn Balor and everything like that. Finn Balor probably would have never gotten that shoulder injury and stuff like that. So, I think AJ Styles would have been definitely booked, like, would have won the title. Maybe he would have lost to Goldberg and stuff like that. Goldberg and Lesnar would have done their thing, but I don't think we'll be seeing reign number 2 of the WWE Champion AJ Styles, because I see no reason to bring the Universal title if there's no brand split, right? Do you guys agree with that? No Universal title whatsoever?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree.
So, but do you think AJ would have at least won one title? I think he would have, at least in that time.
I mean, yeah, I think he would have. I think, honestly, eventually you're going to get there. It's just a matter of time until, everything goes well. But at the end of the day, him on SmackDown, and again, what your take on SmackDown is, he's pretty much the top guy there. And good for him on that.
Yeah, Styles at AJ Styles, but
yeah.
Walter, what do you think?
That definitely benefited him, the brand split. But he definitely could have won the WWE title, definitely without the brand split, and maybe be the top guy for a couple months. But yeah, he wouldn't be the reoccurring top guy like he is on SmackDown. Even on SmackDown, he was still there was times where he was a mid-card champion, still kind of the top guy. But now, yes, this brand split definitely had helped AJ Styles, but he still would have been somewhat of a top guy with the belt for a few months, just not as much as we're seeing him right now on SmackDown.
Trio Bow Show says Wolf Burrell number 1 is the GOAT. Indeed he is, Trio Bow Show. Indeed he is. Blue Knight says there might be another brand split after WrestleMania, so prepare for the cringe. You mean draft? Like talent exchange? One of those things?
Shake up.
Superstar shake up. Better in-ring performers, guys. AJ Styles or Kenny Omega? Who's the better one? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys know who I'm choosing, so it's pretty awesome.
AJ.
I think it's a sweep of AJ.
Why is AJ Styles better?
Well, because let's see here. I don't know. I feel like he can do more. He has everything. He has a technical ability, aerial ability. I don't know. It comes off more fancier, if anything, than Kenny does.
All right, Walter. Why do you think AJ Styles is a better wrestler?
He's a better wrestler, just in general. I guess in ring too, because I just feel like he puts on better matches. I've seen a lot more AJ Styles matches, to be fair, but I've seen a couple Kenny Omega matches, and there's some really good ones. I just prefer AJ's in-ring style. He tells better stories. I don't know. I just feel like AJ Styles is just the more complete wrestler. But Kenny Omega, he's up there. It's just I don't know. I just prefer AJ's style, as Steven said, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think AJ Styles. Like, I think Omega is still kind of growing. What's it
Yeah.
called? It's still kind of growing into like a main event level type of guy, into a bigger type of guy. Like, I think he's still trying to figure out how to like be a heavyweight wrestler. You know, I think Kenny Omega is still trying to figure out that type of style. Like, he's all right when it comes to wrestling, like light heavyweight type of matches, cruiserweight matches. But AJ, like, he meshes well with anyone. Like, I feel like AJ Styles gets the best out of everyone, while Kenny Omega, it's kind of like what Degenerate Sharingan said. I feel like he benefited working with really, really good talent as well. I'm not trying to say Kenny Omega sucks, but it's like when you're working with someone like who's Okada, who knows to put on great matches, it's kind of easy to wrestle with those guys. You know, like Kenny Omega wrestles with many guys that put on great fucking matches. You know, he doesn't really wrestle with guys that put on bad matches per se. So it's like, for me, I feel like AJ Styles, you can get him to wrestle someone who has bad matches and get a great match out of them. Like, look at Finn Balor on the main roster. Finn Balor doesn't put on great matches on the main roster, but he still does well and stuff like that. Marilyn Wolves asks, best defensive back in the draft. So this is for the NFL. Steven, do you even know what a DB is, Steven, in football?
Defensive end?
No, that's a defensive back. What's defensive back, Steven? Do you know what a defensive back is?
So pretty much you're in the defensive and you're behind the defensive line.
No.
Kind of. Oh, what do you think a DB does, Steven?
He is the last line of defense. The last line.
But what is he defending? Like, what position does he defend on the field?
I guess the quarterback. I don't even know. I don't watch football. I try.
Maryland Wolves, I'm going to be completely 100% honest. I haven't really done that much scouting. But my personal favorite is Joshua Jackson out of Iowa. That's my personal favorite. The scouts, their favorites are Minkah Fitzpatrick, which I can't really blame you. Roll Tide. He's really good. He can play safety as well. He has like that Jalen Ramsey vibe to him, Minkah Fitzpatrick. But I like Joshua Jackson. I think Joshua Jackson out of Iowa is being slept on, and I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes a top 15 pick throughout the draft process and stuff. But yeah, he's a good cornerback, at least in my personal opinion. But safety-wise, I haven't really checked out these safeties. I think the Florida State kid, his stock kind of went down a little bit, the Derwin James. I feel like, yes, he's very athletic, but it's kind of like a Jabril Pepperstein. Like, how much are you really going to get out of him, and how much is his skill set really fit for the NFL? We look at Jabril Peppers, and yes, a very wonderful athlete, but is he really that good of a player? So yeah. AJ Styles. A lot of people said AJ Styles. Worst AJ Styles match in WWE. What? Oh, that's a great one. All right, so let's exclude all the James Ellsworth stuff and the Scene Brothers. What would you say is AJ's worst match? And you know what? Actually, I would say his first match with Jericho. I would say his WrestleMania match with Jericho was his worst match. To be honest with you, like, that shit was sloppy as hell. The saddest moment when AJ, and you guys were, well, Steven was live for that match. Remember when AJ was on the theme and he was like setting up for the phenomenal forearm? He's like, "Come on, guys, get pumped!" And like the fans were like, "What the fuck is he trying to do?" and stuff like that. So, yeah, I would say that was his worst match. AJ Styles and Jericho at WrestleMania 32. And especially because I remember, dude, and you guys remember this. I always brag about this, too. This is like my humble brag. Remember, everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, Jericho. No way AJ loses at Mania." And AJ lost at Mania. And all the fans were freaking out about that and stuff. And I told people, there's no way AJ is winning at Mania. Get the fuck on out of here. I was right. I called it. Steven was saying, no way. All the other people was like, yeah, but still.
I don't recall. I don't recollect that.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I think I recollect that too. I don't think I picked AJ either, because I always said that, like, he's a TNA guy, and they're not gonna have that guy win his first Mania match, especially against Jericho, one of the well-known WWE guys. Yeah, he was in WCW and ECW, but mostly WWE. You're not gonna have him lose to a TNA guy in his first Mania match. I remember saying something like that. And yeah, people thought AJ were going to win, and I wish I betted money or something, because I bet AJ was sort of a favorite. Either way, that was probably, I think that was his, yeah, because the match he had with Jericho at Fastlane was better too. Yeah, it probably is his worst match, because I love the matches he had with Roman, so I can't say those aren't worse. Oh yeah, that's probably his worst match. Actually, I mean, even the matches with Jinder weren't that bad. So
Yeah, no. Well, his Jinder match wasn't bad. I felt the crowd helped that match too because like it was in the UK, so they were like really hot.
Yeah.
And like I felt like here's the thing: Jinder's title reign was just boring. Like it was like no, I mean it was just a boring title reign. It wasn't like anything like too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a boring like it was just he was just boring throughout the process. You know, it was just like it was more of WWE that made him boring. So.
what's he doing now? He's doing nothing.
Yeah, he's fighting for the U.S. title, motherfucker. Like,
what about his matches with Dean? The matches with Dean?
no, those were he actually got the most out of Ambrose. That's what I'm saying. Those were like Ambrose matches I actually liked. Well, I was surprised, man, because like I dig the Backlash match, man. I was into that match. I was hooked. The TLC match minus his ripped pants was pretty good. Like those were some like you asked me some of Dean Ambrose's best matches besides Seth. It's AJ. So no. Like, Jericho, you expect AJ and Jericho to at least put 4 stars easy. Yeah, that shit was sloppy, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I'll go with Jericho. Marilyn Wolf says, Saquon Barkley is the best player in the draft. 100% agree, man. He has unreal power and speed for a 5'11".
The Browns better not take him.
Huh?
The Browns better not take him.
Oh, you want him on, Walter.
I do. I know people want quarterback. I understand Eli's old, but nah, man. Saquon Barkley is, he's something good. He's something special, man.
Dude. Saquon, I think Saquon is the best running back since Adrian Peterson to come out. I know everyone's gonna be like, "Well, what about Fournette?" And I think he's better than Leonard Fournette. I think he's better than Ezekiel Elliott, and I think he's better than Todd Gurley, who is also really fucking good. But when it comes down to it, man, if you want to know my top 5 overall prospects, I can give you that one, Maryland Wolves. Saquon Barkley is number 1, easy. Number 2, Roquan Smith from fucking Georgia. I have never, dude, this guy, holy fucking, like, Walter, if you want to see, like, I don't know if you've seen any of Georgia's games and stuff like that, but check out the national title game and check out the Oklahoma game and look at number 3, Roquan Smith. That dude's a stud. Like that, yeah. I think he's gonna be the best linebacker to come out and quiet. He's so maybe I'm just hyped on this guy because he's looked phenomenal all year. Minus the Auburn game, he's looked phenomenal. Quentin Nelson out of Notre Dame, that dude's Zach Martin-esque. Like he's so good. Deron Payne, defensive tackle out of Alabama. That's another guy that I like a lot. And then finally, I think Deron Payne is the best defensive tackle. Like. Pure defensive tackle. Like you could put, like I feel like if you put Deron Payne in a 3-4, he would still succeed. You know, like I feel like he can play defensive end in a 3-4 and play a good 1-3 technique in the NFL. That's rare when you can get that from a defensive tackle. That dude's just very, very talented when it comes down to it. And then finally, my number 5 person would have to be another linebacker from Virginia Tech, Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds, he is very much like a fast demon, and I like him too, but not as much as Roquan Smith. Those are my top 5 prospects overall. Those are my top 5 prospects.
You got a quarterback there, huh?
Well, I'm not saying nose tackle. I'm saying no. Vita Vea is the best nose tackle for sure. Like Vita Vea is a 3 technique that can eat everything up. But I think Deron Payne's an overall better talent. Like I want Vita Vea for the Chargers, man. Hell, man, if Roquan Smith I mean this is if Roquan Smith falls to the Chargers, I'm crying, man. I am crying fucking tears of joy that we got a linebacker. I can talk the NFL all day.
What pick do they got? Like the Chargers?
Oh, dude, we're like 17 and shit like that.
Oh, so. Damn. Oh, yeah, you almost made the playoffs.
Yeah, because like most of the guys I want, man, they're all gonna like because like the thing was when I was looking at the guys like Vita Vea, Deron Payne, because we need defensive tackles and linebackers like anyone else. And so like the guys I was looking at like Roquan Smith, Vita Vea, Deron Payne, I was like, all right, man, these guys are definitely middle in the pack. We got to choose one of these 3. Now now everyone's on the Roquan Smith bandwagon, and now he might go top 10. Fucking Vita Vea, he might go top 15, and we might not get him. And Deron Payne's getting top 10 consideration, man. So it's like it's hard, man. Yeah, no. Deron Payne is definitely Marcel Darius. That's a great comparison. Maryland Wolves. Marcel Darius, another former Alabama defensive tackle. All right, so. This is NBA, so Steven won't understand this either. What are your thoughts on the... He won't. What are your thoughts on the tragic news of former NBA player Rasal Butler and his wife? Yeah, man, that sucked, man. Like, Rasal Butler, he was always a great veteran hand, man. And that's the thing, like, like he wasn't a great player. Let's just be real here when we say that. But it's hard to find good veterans in the NBA. I don't know why the NBA produces a lot of dumb players, man. And so it's a bummer to lose a guy like Russell Butler, and he was doing good stuff for the Big Three. Like, he wasn't leading his team to victory, but, man, he was playing some hard stuff in Big Three basketball, man. So it's kind of a bummer that a man like that passed away. A guy that, like, pretty much got a lot of good praise. Like, he was on my Timberwolves for, like, a year, and he did good stuff for the Timberwolves, helping out. And he was there for, Cat's second year, helping Cat become a better player and stuff like that. Helping Wiggins out with his jump shot. So I appreciate Russell Butler for what he's done for my team. I don't think he was he ever in New York, Nick, Walter?
No, I don't think he ever was. He was in that, I think.
Orlando Brown, dude, Maryland Wolves. I know everyone says we need a fucking tackle, man. We're fine right now on offensive line, man. Like, we have Okun. We can get a tackle in the second or third round, man. Like, I need a defense. I need someone that will plug up these holes and let Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram destroy. Because that's the problem. Like, Bosa and Ingram. Oh, yeah, no, right tackle is a must-need, but I feel like we can find out. Here's the thing. I feel like we can slide someone to right tackle. I think, honestly, Sam Tevi's dumbass, I think he's going to get better. I think Sam Tevi will get better, man, in my personal opinion. That's at least my personal opinion. But the thing is, man, I want someone to help Bosa and Ingram out, man, because the thing is with Bosa and Ingram, these guys can attack, man. But look, with guys like Damian Square and fucking all these other losers, the Chargers had a DT, Corey Legit not doing his job. We just need someone that can help stop the run, but also help, shut off those tacklers a little bit, make it easier for Bosa and Ingram, man. Because I guarantee you, man, if we had a better defensive tackle, Bosa would have had 15 sacks easy. Ingram would have had 13.5, man. So, yeah, man. But, like, I feel like we need linebackers and defensive tackles. Our linebackers suck, man. Like, goddamn, dude. Jatavis Brown had a setback here and stuff like that. So, yeah. Sorry, Steven. Am I putting you to sleep actually talking about a real sport?
Hey, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. He's good.
Hey, man. I can talk football all day, man. I love, especially draft season, man. Yeah. All right. So, what were some questions? Who is the Japanese Shawn Michaels? Who's the Japanese Shawn Michaels, Steven?
Tanahashi.
Tanahashi? Okay.
That's an easy
Someone actually said that. The Maryland Wolves actually said Tanahashi.
Yeah, he kind of has the similar resemblance. I don't know who I would go with.
I'm going to surprise you guys. I think the Japanese Shawn Michaels is Naito.
Oh.
How many bad matches has Naito put on? Naito put on good matches with almost everyone. Mixes
Naito does.
Even pre-Naito, before he left to Mexico, I thought when Naito was getting his push and everything like that, I thought Naito was putting on good matches on his push before the fans started hating on him.
Word. He would be the Shuyaku.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Naito would be the Japanese Shawn Michaels, guys. No, guys, we all know Jay White's the real Shawn Michaels, man.
Yes.
To quote that guy in your Q&A last time, he should be headlining Explosion matches in TNA.
Yeah, I think that was Blue Knight, man. I think that was Blue Knight.
Explosion, damn. Who's that man? Oh, well, I seen him. He's not really that good, but
yeah, no, I think Naito is the Shawn Michaels of New Japan, or Japanese Shawn Michaels. What are the 3 matches you would personally like? Asked by the CP from TNA. So 3 TNA matches you personally like. They're not the best. Like, we're not naming the 3 best. Just 3 TNA matches you personally like. Walter, what are 3 TNA matches you personally like?
Oh man, I think everyone has their first answer. Triple threat match. Damn, I'm brain dead from Unbreakable. Between Styles.
I'm brain dead from Unbreakable. I'm brain dead from Unbreakable.
I'm brain dead right now. Yep. With Styles, Daniels, and Joe. That's the first one. Honestly, I'm trying to think of another match here. A recent match. No, I'm going across the horizons here. So, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode from when was it the one where Aries won the first title? Was Destination X?
Destination X.
Okay, thank God. Yeah, that one was one that I liked. What's another one?
Walter's
Anything involving Immortal's good. You know, nah, I'm kidding, but Lethal Lockdown. What they have an Immortal? Yeah, they did. Holy shit.
Yeah, at Bound for Glory.
Oh, that's bad. What about the one where Jeff Hardy turned heel?
Oh, 10-10-10. That's one of my personal... That triple threat, one of my personal favorite TNA matches. I love that match. That's on the list of matches. No, I love that match, man. Like,
I know. It's a memorable moment.
I fucking eat that up. I like that match. And then another match that I personally like would be Abyss and AJ Styles from Lockdown 2005. And then Triple X versus... You know, like the Unbreakable match, that's like the best TNA match ever. You know, but but you saying matches I personally like, so I'm gonna name matches that I personally like watching a lot too. But yeah, no, like that Lockdown match, AJ Styles and Abyss from 2005. That's when I heard AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. Oh, I knew that match was gonna be killer, dude. I was like, dude, it's gonna be like Abyss level right here. That match is just so good. And then another personal match I like is AJ Styles, not AJ Styles, Triple X versus AMW, Final Resolution, or was it Final Resolution 2004? No.
Yeah, the one where
Turning Point 04. My bad. Final Resolution.
Skipper walked the cage, right?
Yeah. But I was forgetting the name of the pay-per-view correctly.
That was Turning Point? What the hell?
Yeah, Turning
All right, so I'm going to go with... Let's see here. I'm going to go with Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode, Destination X 2012.
That's a good match, yeah.
Yeah.
A match doesn't get that much talked about. Raven versus Rhino from Unbreakable 05.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
really?
That dog collar match?
No, they had it was like the NWA World Title for the NWA title.
Yeah, the dog collar match.
There you go.
You like that one?
What?
It was a fun match. It was a fun match.
Oh my god. Dog collar. Okay.
Well,
do you also like X-Pac versus AJ in the Housework Orange Clock match or whatever it's called?
No. Hell no.
Another personal match I like is AJ Styles and Amazing Red. Back in the good old days. And man, I'm gonna say this: Amazing Red's the most underrated TNA talent ever, man. That dude's amazing. I feel like out of all the indie guys that get talked about, I'm surprised Amazing Red did not get talked about. Dude, that dude was indie before indie was made, man.
King of the Mountain 2006.
Dude, Steven, I honestly do not know how you were like, oh.
Okay.
That's the one where Jarrett won, right? Like
that's the one.
No.
That's one.
That was the one. No, that's the one where they did the whole angle where he got arrested and shit. So in his place came Raven.
Raven 06. Okay.
Yeah, that's where Raven.
That's not 06.
My bad. Okay, 05.
Yeah, 06 is when Jarrett won. Like Steen and Christian were fighting for the belt, and then Jarrett exited the penalty box.
I'm sorry.
And then he won with Jim Cornette. Was like, oh my god, what are you doing?
All right, 2005. I'm sorry, 2005.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell are you talking about?
There's more I can think of. Final Deletion is another one.
Oh yeah, that's another match you could personally enjoy.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but I wanted to just think more.
Another one.
Dre Santi said he enjoyed Angle versus Joe for all the titles, and Marilyn Wolf said Angle versus Joe Lockdown. Yeah. I think the first Angle versus Joe is still fun to watch. It's not the best, but it's still it's like the hypest one out of all of them, man.
I think for a comedy purpose, they're like, oh my god, they actually came out pretty good. Josh Matthews and Scott Steiner versus Park and Abyss.
No, yeah, that was one of my favorite enjoyable matches. That was funny.
That was my favorite Slammiversary match. That pay-per-view.
They're fat asses. Gotta get the fat asses.
Yeah.
Go get the.
I also like the Lashley and McIntyre from a few years back. 2015 Slammiversary, I want to say was.
Oh yeah.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on now. How do you feel that Almas versus Gargano being the first WWE match to get 5 stars from Dave Meltzer since 2011? That's by Degenerate Sharingan. So if you guys don't know, Dave Meltzer has a 5-star rating system. He loves giving New Japan a bunch of 5 stars. But when it comes to WWE, for whatever reason, a lot of great matches don't get 5 stars. And a lot of fans defend this shit. I don't really... the reason why I don't like the rating system is because A lot of shitty New Japan matches get like 4.57 stars, or like you bunch of shitty Young Buck matches get like 5 stars. But you're telling me like AJ Styles and Cena at SummerSlam wasn't a 5-star match? Like, I don't know, man. Kind of sus a little bit, man. Like, his rating system's kind of sus. And everyone's like, oh, it's just one man's opinion. But when this man is supposed to be the guy that like everyone kind of goes to, especially casual fans, to decide if a match is great or not, it's more his opinion has more validity than most. So I just want to put that out there for a lot of people. He is, he is the man when it comes to people wanting to know what's a great match or whatnot. Like, for casuals. So when someone comes on here and they say something like, it's one man's opinion, just know that opinion has more value than probably your opinion. Just saying. And stuff like that. I see a lot of people on the Saw Monster Sound Off page say goofy stuff like that. Like, no offense if you say that. It's just more of like, you should know, hey man, it's more than just one man's opinion. But when it comes down to it, it is what it is. Good for Gargano and Almas getting that 5-star match. They definitely deserved it and stuff like that. They earned that right to call it a 5-star match. But it's just weird, like that Punk and Cena's the last 5-star match he's seen from WWE. Because I'm just saying, man. Like, how did you not look at Cena versus Styles at SummerSlam? Think that's a 5-star match. I'm not even saying Rumble. I'm saying SummerSlam 5-star match. Or Cena versus Owens at whatever it's called, the Payback. How did you not look at that and say that's not like 5-star quality or whatever it's like called? Punk versus Bryan happened. Should have been 5 stars. So.
Right? Punk versus Bryan happened. He didn't even give that 5 stars.
Yeah, dude. Punk versus Bryan happened. Didn't get that 5 stars.
That's crazy. I mean, it was a really good match, so I'm glad he appreciated it. He should just, just be more open-minded with these matches. I understand he loves New Japan hard. I don't know how much they're paying this guy, but yeah, WWE could put on some good match. I know it's kind of hard for them sometimes, but it's possible. With New Japan, I feel like they got some good matches. I just feel like some of them could be just the same almost and pretty long. So I don't know how you can really grade those matches all 5, like 4 stars, 4.5 stars.
It's all the beer, man. That Japanese beer.
That's Sao Paulo? Alright, that's even seeing. CPZ asks, if by miracle LeBron joined Golden State, which is disgusting, would he struggle in that system? And Marilyn Wolves answered the question for me. No, LeBron would still be elite. It's LeBron. He will make the system, CPZ. He'll be like, hey, Steph, no more fucking handling the ball. Fucking just stay at the 3-point line. You too, KD. Hey, I got this. I'm LeBron James. I'm point guard now. So, no, he wouldn't struggle.
Yeah, Steph would be like Kevin Love and Chris Bosh. Quicker version or something. I don't know. Because, he'll just be a shooter. That's it. Like, he won't be able to do anything else.
Yeah, like LeBron will pass it to him when he wants to pass it to him. So
exactly, he'll be Klay Thompson literally now. Like, fuck.
Will you see the NFL fan base watch the XFL after the regular season ends? For the first season, yes, but I don't know throughout the whole thing. That's just my personal opinion. But for the first season, I can see it. Yeah, I could definitely see it.
I'm intrigued about the XFL.
Yeah, people are gonna be intrigued. It's gonna come back. What is going to be the biggest trade of the deadline in NBA? I say Marc Gasol is going to go to a contender. I think fucking Blake Griffin was the biggest trade. And I don't know what's with these trade deadline trades that happening before the trade deadline. You you guys are doing it wrong. You're supposed to do it at the trade deadline, not before. I think Blake Griffin so far is the biggest trade, man. Like, holy shit, like Blake Griffin got traded. I don't see Gasol being traded at all, man. Like, first of all, his contract's disgusting. Like, who wants to take that shit?
It's horrible.
I don't see any contender wanting to eat that stupid contract. Like it's just disgusting. It's a disgusting 4-year, $80 million contract. He's still gonna get paid $20 million per year. I mean, it's not as bad as Mike Conley, who was at one point the highest paid player in the NBA, but he was.
That was bad.
Yeah.
I hope they take Joakim Noah's contract from the Knicks. Dude, but no one's going to take that.
Good luck with that shit, dude.
Oh,
holy
man.
Shit,
they're trying to trade him. They're not going to play him or anything. Like, who's going to take that?
Yeah, dude, who's going to sit there and be like, it's funny, if you play, I played a little bit of my GM from 2K18, and like it's a storyline, but like one of the things is like every year I get a call from the fucking Knicks GM, and he's like, "Yeah, you want to take Joe? He'll offer me like Frank Nicolatina or whatever." And then my guy would be like, "Oh, that's interesting. What do you want me to do, though? Can you take on Joakim Noah's contract?" I'm like, "No, what the fuck? Hell no, I ain't taking on that contract." And 2K,
Yeah,
because 2K18 and my GM, they haven't even fixed the cap, so the cap's still shitty. So if you take on any big contract, then you're fucked and stuff like that, man. But yeah, man, I don't see Gasol getting traded because, like, the thing is, like, Gasol still has like 2 years. He's great, but I don't see that, man. So yeah, when it comes down to it, no way, man. No fucking
maybe
way.
a desperate team. Like, I don't know.
I don't know what contender would trade for him, man. Like, I don't know what contender is like, because like you would have to give up a good piece too to get Gasol, and like I don't see like a Milwaukee Bucks saying like, yeah, you can have Chris Middleton. Like, why? Well, you can get so much better for Middleton, who also is on a terrible fucking contract. I mean, maybe oh god, Dwight Howard and Marc Gasol in the same front court. Oh,
Yeah, because Charlotte's trying to get rid of Kemba, so
for another All-Star.
that's stupid. How can they're gonna get rid of Kemba and keep like Nicholas Batum and all these other guys?
They're saying we'll give you Kemba if you can eat up also Batum, Michael K. Gilchrist, or Miles Plumlee's contract. Dude, Charlotte, if you want to look at a team with shitty contracts, look at Charlotte, dude.
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit, dude.
Charlotte's bad.
Dude, Charlotte's terrible, man. Like, that's like,
What is Michael Jordan doing?
nothing, dude.
Word.
Shut up, Steven. You don't know shit.
Here's
Degenerate
the name
Showing
Michael
wants to
Jordan.
know, what's the Mount Rushmore for ROH? So who are the 4 people that created Ring of Honor Wrestling? When you think of Ring of Honor, you think of these 4 people. I think we can all agree Samoa Joe is on that, right?
Yes.
All right, Samoa
CM
Joe.
Punk,
Punk? Okay, yeah,
Punk.
I agree with the Punk. Yeah, Punk.
Brian
No.
Danielson,
No, I here's the thing.
Christopher Daniels.
No, I don't
No.
put Daniels on the Ring of Honor Mount Rushmore. Punk and Joe, yes. But, like, when I think of Ring of Honor, I would have to say Kevin Steen, a.k.a. Kevin Owens. I would say Kevin Steen's on the Mount Rushmore before any of those guys, to be honest.
Jay Briscoe.
But then
Jay
wouldn't you have to
Briscoe?
but
Jay
wouldn't you-
Briscoe.
Then wouldn't you have to put both of the Briscoes?
Yes, yeah, you gotta put both in it if you're gonna have Jay.
Fine, touche.
Like,
Yeah,
you
you
got
can't just have Jay Briscoe. Honestly, because I think it's Joe, Punk. Would you guys agree with Kevin Steen on that? Because I think Kevin Steen was Mr. Ring of Honor for quite some time, man.
Yeah, Kevin Steen was like on the top for quite a while, so you gotta definitely put him up there. I don't know who else. I mean, after Steen left, the focus was on Adam Cole, but
I don't think Cole made like the ROH. Would we argue for Jay Lethal maybe?
Davey Richards, man.
No.
I don't know about Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal had his little time there, here and there, but
It's like hard because like because like the thing about Daniel Bryan, like Bryan Danielson, he was going like more over the world type of stuff than really like Ring of Honor, Ride to Die type of person, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Austin Aries?
Aries was always like a transitional guy. Like they just needed someone to hold the belt. They would just give it to Aries and he was loose.
yeah, Aries was never a Mount Rushmore type of guy.
Mount Rushmore is like when you think of Ring of Honor, you think of 4 dudes, and it's like I think of Joe, I think of Punk, and I think of Kevin Steen, but I can't think of Marilyn Willis put Danielson and Nigel McGuinness on there. I don't even know about Nigel. I don't even think Nigel's on that list, to be honest.
Nigel's like up there, though.
One of the long-reigning champions, Morishima. There you go, Takashi Morishima.
Takashi Morishima. No,
Yeah,
Marufuji.
Degenerate Sharingan says early ROH. Yeah, early ROH, Bryan Danielson, but like later, I wouldn't put Daniel Bryan on there. Like, you know. Someone goes, Dre Santin goes, Daniel Bryan, Joe, Punk, and Aries. Oh, wow. No one for Kevin
I'm surprised
Steen?
no one put Tyler Black in that list.
What about Generico? Nah.
Nah, not
Yeah,
Generico.
not Generico, really. I'm trying to think, because like I know Kevin Steen. I think Kevin Steen deserves to be on their Mount Rushmore because he had one of the best feuds ever in Ring of Honor history with Generico, And he was one of their better champions, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, he definitely. Every time he had the belt, people would tune in. So,
who would be the last guy? Because I want to put someone that's kind of in the new generation. Is there any new generation ROH dudes that we could? Dalton Castle?
No,
that's why I was thinking of Adam Cole.
Cody.
But,
Hey,
Cody.
Hey, how about this, man? How about we put Gabe?
Oh.
Hey, shut up, dude. How about we put Gabe in the Ring of Honor Mount Rushmore, dude? Yeah?
Dave Polsky.
Yeah, why not? He's the reason why Ring of Honor is a fucking thing.
that is true. Mm.
Or Jim... Actually, no, Jim Cornette could make the Ring of Honor Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Did he found Ring of Honor? Kerry Silkin. There you go.
But Gabe is the reason why Ring of Honor succeeded. So I think we'll go Punk, Joe, Kevin Steen, and then... I don't know. Who else is like... That's the thing. I don't think there's really like a fourth guy yet to put. I guess maybe if you want to put someone just for the sake of it, I guess it's Daniel Bryan by default. But like for me, when I think of Ring of Honor, like Daniel Bryan isn't one of those guys. Like Portrait for Shooters, I was saying Jay Lethal, man, and then like we were thinking about it, man. We were thinking about Jay Lethal. I think Jay Lethal. I mean, he had the longest reign TV championship reign, so I don't know. That's more of a thing we'll have to look about right now, man.
Todd Sinclair.
Who?
Todd, the referee.
The ref. The fat ref.
Sinclair Broadcasting? Okay. Anyways. Degenerate Shargon thought Punk versus Cena at Raw should have been 5 stars. Oh, yeah, that was a great match where they're going to fight.
Yeah.
The winner fights The Rock at Mania. That was probably their best encounter, to be honest with you. Like, I think when it goes to Punk Cena matches, it goes Punk versus Cena at Raw, Punk versus Cena at Money in the Bank, and then I would even say Punk versus Cena. Do you know the one where Punk was on that long fucking reign? It was at night. It was like Night of Champions, and it was in Boston, I think. And Cena quote unquote won, and then it turned out it wasn't an actual win, so it was like a screw drop finish, and Punk ended up winning. I felt that was one of their best matches too that no one ever talks about.
Yeah, that's the one where Punk was a heel.
Yeah. Well, that's when he was starting his heel turn, brother.
Oh yeah. And okay, that's when Ryback came along.
Yeah,
okay.
dude. Because he got hurt before Hell in a Cell, so they ended up putting him with fucking Ryback. And thanks to Ryback, man. Thanks to Ryback.
Honestly, he probably should have just won the title there.
Yeah, but thanks to Ryback, man. We Punk got 10 years out of his career taken off of him.
The Ryback, man.
And now the Ryback's on the company either.
I'm doing my podcast with the big guy. Just wanted to let you all know this podcast sponsored by the Ryback Big Guy protein shake. You can definitely get those and stuff. And I can tell you a story. How's my Ryback? I've been working on it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, Chase, that's pretty good, Chase. That was pretty good.
Thank you, Steven. Do appreciate that. Anyways, next question. We have CPZ asking, who takes wrestling more seriously, Low Ki or Bret Hart? And I met Bret at WrestleCon last year. But Low Ki or Bret, I think Low Ki is just some super mark for himself. I think Bret Hart takes it more seriously, man.
Oh, Bret Hart, man, he loves everything about himself in terms of the ring and all that. Oh, it's Bret Hart, man.
Yeah, dude, Bret Hart definitely. Steven, Bret Hart or Low Ki?
I'd say Low Ki's more for himself than Bret Hart is.
Low Ki's, I've been noticing Low Ki really loves himself too, but I don't know. I just heard more stories about Bret Hart, so.
Hey guys, it's getting late here and I'm about to crash, so
all right, Steven,
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks for having fun with us. Walter, you're still on for another few minutes?
Yeah, I can go on for another few minutes.
All right, for sure, dude.
All right. Peace out, guys.
All right, peace.
All right. So now Steven's gone. You can check out Steven at youtube.com/heelsteven. So now here we are with just Walter, Non-Legit Wrestling. Let's continue on, Walter. Personally, Portrait for Shooter says Cena has never had a 5-star match in my opinion. Ooh, that's a hot take right there.
Wow.
Hot take. That's your opinion, so I'm not going to change it for you, but You know, that's definitely a hot take. I think Cena has had at least, I would say maybe, I would go with 5-star matches that Cena has had in his career. I think Cena's had the Punk match at Money in the Bank's a 5-star match. His TLC match with Edge at Unforgiven 07 was a 5-star match. The Raw match with Punk, that's a 5-star match. His match with AJ Styles at SummerSlam was a 5-star match. And then his match with AJ at the Rumble was a 5-star match. At least in my personal opinion.
What about the one with Shawn Michaels?
Which one? The 60-minute or the WrestleMania?
The long-ass match.
Honestly, that match was like 4.5 stars, if I'm going to be edgy on that. And the only reason why is because that shit pissed me off because I wanted to see Edge versus Orton. So.
Oh, okay. No, but that match was really good.
Yeah, no, that match was really good, too. And stuff like that. Everyone's doing their little Mount Rushmore. CPZ asks, what's a song that hits home for you? Walter, is there a song that hits home for you?
Hits home? No, really. I listen to a whole bunch of different music. I don't know one specifically right now.
A song that hits home for me, man, is actually, what's it called? I forgot the name of stuff like that. But I'm really, really on a kick with, like, metal music right now. Like, I get these weird kicks and stuff like that. So, like, a bunch of, like, Disturbed right now is, like, some of the songs are, like, hitting home with me. Some Five Finger Death Punch songs. But I can't remember any of them off the top of my head that are really, like, oh, yeah. Like, it's, like, bits and pieces of certain songs that resonate with me. But a song that normally hits home for me is California Love. So, like, it's easy. Like,
California Love.
I have that song. I'm like, yep, that's true, man. So, okay, let's see. Jay Lethal. For Europe now, Zack Sabre Jr., Marty Scurll, Dunn, and Ospreay. Okay, that's a good European four. And stuff like that. Adam Cole. Baby. Rushmore for Japan currently. Who's on the Japan Rushmore theme? Who would you put on the
Japan? Shit. Well, obviously Okada has to be in there.
Yep.
Tanahashi, he's been there for a while. It's a long time. Damn, who else?
I would go Okada, Omega, Tanahashi, and then I would also put Suzuki on that list, man.
Oh, wow.
Minoru Suzuki, man. Suzuki's a beast, dude.
I like Suzuki. But I don't, I can't think of anyone else. You're talking about right now?
Yeah, just right now, currently. You
don't
have
just
to, like,
right
name,
now.
like, Shibata and, like, Kenta back in the day, or, like, fucking Antonio Inoki and stuff. You just need to name, like, current dudes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could put Suzuki there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you could probably switch around maybe that fourth wrestler, but kind of like ROH.
All right, cool. In my opinion, John Cena's a better dance partner than people give him credit for. Yeah, I mean, we're not saying Cena's, like, great. Like, he's not good with his moves, man. Like, Cena still sucks at hitting the FU, the AA. He's terrible at the STF. Like, but the thing is like, at least you care about his matches, man. That's why when people go, oh, man, fuck Cena. Like, you're showing emotion. Whether you say fuck him or not, you still care. Like, you're still showing that you care somewhat, some way for this guy. So don't say, like, oh, I don't care about any Cena matches. I don't give a fuck about Cena. Fuck Cena. No, you do care because you're showing his emotion. That's the thing that I don't understand with people, man. Like, everyone's, like, always like, oh, blah, 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 Cena sucks. But it's like, Cena's fine. Cena's not, like, the worst scene in the world. Like, like, I've seen worse top guys. Like, people always forget about, like Lex Luger back in the day, and shit like that. People forget about, like, Lex Luger and Ultimate Warrior. Like, they've had great matches, and those guys were, like, trash in the ring. Like, worse than Cena in the ring. But they had characters, and they were able to wrestle. Like one of my favorite matches of all time is still Macho Man versus Warrior at WrestleMania 7. Like, I still watch that match every year. I still believe in it. Like, I can't believe when Macho Man loses and everything. Like, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? But I don't sit there and be like, huh, Warrior was carried throughout that. No, he played his part. Like, I don't sit there and be like, oh, Warrior was carried throughout the whole match. Like, shut up. He played his part. No one ever says that, man. No one sits there and say, oh, Warrior was carried during all these fucking matches. It's like, no, man, he played his part. Cena plays his part. We're not saying he does it great. We're not saying he executes everything awesome. No. He plays his part, though, man. You know, he plays his part. He takes superstars to the next level, man. He takes them to that next level, man. Without Cena, man, like, do you think AJ Styles would have had the success he did without a Cena match? No. No one would be, like, honestly, let's be real with you. Let's be 100% real. Like, really, if AJ Styles did not have that match with Cena, do you think he would have won the WWE title? Do you think Vince would have trusted him to put the belt on him? No. Like, people were freaking out. Oh, Finn Balor lost to Cena and everything like that. He's buried. Or maybe Vince finally saw something in Finn Balor in that fucking match. You never think about that shit, dude. Cena helps out guys, but also guys need to help themselves out. Because we always hear people, when you hear these podcasts and stuff, they always talk about how these generation of wrestlers, they're such bitches, dude. They're afraid to go to Vince's office. They're afraid to talk to Vince. And we always blame the WWE. It's a 50-50 thing, man. It's a 50-50 thing. You can't just sit there and blame WWE for all these wrestlers' failures. They don't go up and talk to the company. Like, I never hear in a shoot interview of these guys. Like, literally, they go like the shoot person be like, how's your relationship with Vince? And all these guys go like, oh, I never had one. The fuck are you doing, dummy? If you want to succeed in your job, why? Huh? How do you sit there and say, oh, you know, they never used me correctly? Yet they ask you how was your relationship with Vince, and you say you never had one. You dumbass. Why do you think Dean Ambrose does so well? Remember Ambrose? Like, as much as we like to make fun of him and shit, at least Ambrose has a relationship with Vince. Vince thinks that's his favorite wrestler and stuff. He talks to Vince. That's why Vince features this dude on TV. That's why Vince gives him matches with Brock Lesnar. Whether you think Dean Ambrose deserves him or not, at least he has a relationship with Vince. That's what you need. Yeah, politicking, but shit, dude, at your jobs, if you don't have a relationship with any of your bosses or managers, what are you doing? So yeah, man. Walter, what are your thoughts on that?
I understand. I feel you. Like, John Cena, I don't know why they always think, like, they do this with any top wrestler that they don't like. Even with Roman Reigns, they say, oh, he gets carried. No, like, each person plays their part, you know, and John Cena, you know, as much shit as we give him, his character might be bland, whatever, same old, same old. He still plays his part in his matches. There's no reason to critique him for that. You know, he earned those 5-star matches he gets, or any match that he puts on a performance on. Yeah, sometimes he does sloppy moves, but you know, at the end of the day, if the match is, sometimes he could tell somewhat of a story. And there's some matches where it just flat out suck. But it's like hit or miss with Cena. But when he's really good, like when he puts really good matches, they're definitely worth talking about. And you know, I just feel like it's unfair to just critique Cena for that. Yeah, he's not the worst thing in the world. I've seen worse wrestlers that people have enjoyed in the past. So
Batman don't like Cena. Hey, it's fine, man. Y'all don't have to like Cena. I'm not saying like him. I just feel like I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. Like, there's been plenty of worse wrestlers out there in the world. And I can understand if you're just sick of seeing the same old shit, where you're just like, that's where I understand people when they're like, I don't want to, I just tired of seeing Cena always like the same stuff. That's fine. But like, I think a lot of people who think that he's like the worst, like, I don't know, man. Lex Luger was way, back then, Lex Luger was pretty bad. Would you like to have an Olympic-inspired wrestling event featuring WWE, ROH, New Japan, AAA, Lucha Underground, etc.? That'd be actually pretty cool. I don't know how they would plan that out. I think it would be, especially in this day and age of wrestling with all the social media tools and stuff. Yeah, I think that would be a cool little thing. I don't know, like, how they would produce it or anything, but I think it would be something that WWE should definitely venture into, and I think it would be a good way to see quote-unquote dream matches that people want to see. And I think it would be a cool thing for wrestling. I don't know how well it would get over with the casuals. That's it, man. So, I don't know. Walter, would you want to see that?
Yeah, for everyone repping their own country, that sounds awesome. Like, I don't know how, yeah, like you said, how would they really plan something out like that? Sounds like they have to do some serious planning that they would have to do.
Yeah, that's like you have to plan this shit like years in advance. Like, you can't just be like, oh, we're gonna do like this is something where if you honestly that'd be kind of cool if they kind of like coincided with the Real Olympics and they did that during like the actual Real Olympics, so, like when they're coming to Los Angeles, you know, like the Olympics that are coming up in like 2026. I want to say.
Yeah, that's right. Completely forgot.
Yeah, because 2018,
2026.
Because it's 20. Is it 2020 Olympics? No, we had the Olympics just recently, so it'd be 2020, 2024. Yeah, 2028. So yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, you have to plan that shit a bunch in advance. What's a movie that sucks so bad that you basically felt robbed of your money? Ooh. Man, dude, I saw Pitch Perfect recently. Ah, fuck, man. Like, that's when I used to work at the that's when I used to work at the movie theater, and I used to get free movies. That's where I was like, man, dude, I wish I got free movies still.
Damn, like the last movie I saw in theaters. Oh man, I actually paid for this. Was that Assassin's Creed movie?
Oh, Assassin's Creed,
yeah, man. I actually paid for that. And I'm like,
I personally like that movie because I'm a fanboy. So
I didn't like that movie. I was like, what am I watching? Like, this is nothing like the game.
Yeah, man. Favorite metal genre. My favorite metal genre. I like regular hardcore metal, J-pop metal. You know, like what baby metal does and stuff like that. I like that kind of metal. I don't like screamo or death metal. That's just too much for me, man. Like I need to at least hear what you're saying, man. I like alternative to metal, like A Day to Remember and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the type of metal that I like. Yes, you have the politic and wrestling and stuff like that. Marilyn Wolf says Roman is a good performer, but his problem is he's getting overexposed like Cena in 06 and 09. People want him to go fuck off. Yep, that's true. And people hate seeing him and don't want him to go over. Yeah, that's true, man, because, like, that's it, man. Like, if Roman wasn't getting exposed that much, people would love him, man. Like, Roman can get cheer. Like, everyone says, like, Roman is like, oh, no one would cheer. Come on, man. Remember when Triple H beat him up and then he came out the next day and stuff? He was, like, the most over guy in the company. It's just WWE books him so stupidly, man. You got to book him correctly, man. You can't book Roman as an underdog. We just want to see Roman kick ass. That's all we ask for. We don't ask for Roman Reigns to come out, cut a promo, be like, hump the dump there, climb up the wall, and stuff like that. Or like, I'm going to punch ya. Like, no, we don't have to say that. Have him come out, look at the wrestler, boom, Superman punch. That's it. And he just goes, looks at them, and walks away. Him cutting these promos is like, I don't need to. Like, when Cena was like talking to him, like, you know, during that thing, and like when Roman fucked up on that line, and then like and stuff like that, and seems like it's called a promo, kid. You need to learn that how you be on the top. If I'm Roman, I'm calling an audible. I'll be like, nah, man, this is all I need to do to be on top. Throw that mic, spear the fuck out of Cena, leave. And if Vince gets mad, say like, that's who I am, and then walk away. But you know that would be Roman, and Vince would like that because you need to have balls. But yeah, man, it is what it is. That's what I would do. What's a deal breaker for you when it comes to girls? Like, what do you mean, like? Deal breaker, like makes me not want to date them or anything, or like deal breaker, like, you know, like to date them. That if it's not to date them, the deal breaker, man, is like, honestly, man, to me is being on your phone, especially in this day and age. Like, look, if I'm trying to have a fucking conversation with you, whatever's on your phone can wait. Like, if we're on a date and stuff like that, and if we're talking and stuff like that, I want you to talk to me. Whatever's on your phone can wait, man. And don't show me some stupid shit like, oh, look at this new Snapchat filter. No, get the fuck on out of here, man. Talk to me as a human being. Find a conversation for me. Walter, what's a deal breaker for you?
Oh, man? That's tough. Because most of these girls are on their phone 24/7.
I know,
they don't
dude.
fucking...
And you're trying to have a conversation with them. Walter, I'll be right back. You hold down the fort.
Oh, damn. All right. So the deal breaker then... Oh, man, that's tough because there's so many different girls that I experienced. But the number one thing that I want to say, just honestly, the ones who are like, damn, this is tough. The ones who like are depressed most of the time. I don't know how to really explain that, but like the ones who are like very... not gothic-y or emo in a way, but just like where I have to feel sympathy for them all the time. I don't know if any of you're gonna understand that, but like it's that I've dealt with a girl like that in the past, and oh man, it's terrible. So it is almost in a way like emo-ish, but she doesn't act emo. She doesn't look emo-ish, or she doesn't have the stereotype of an emo girl, but she kind of acts like it. And it's like, what the fuck do you do with this girl? Like, how do I please her? Like, she's always depressed, and it's just terrible. Like, I mean, but if they're really hot, then I try my best. But once I got older, I'm like, I can't deal with this shit. I need a girl who can like I can just rock with. I have nothing wrong. Like we could just chill. And we don't have to talk about anything really that much. Because I understand some girls go through things sometimes, but when every time we talk, there's some bullshit happening, which is bound to happen. You know, that's life. But every time when it's like not so serious things, it's like the little things they could be depressed about. Oh, they didn't get this, or oh, you know, just weird things they're depressed about. I just don't. I don't mess with that. Like, I try my best to avoid that as much as possible. But yeah, I agree with Chase. The phone one, I mean, that's how most girls are. But the worst ones are the really depressing ones. Like, I can't deal with that. Like, and I feel like they're faking it sometimes too. Like, fuck that. I can't deal with that.
Dude, like, that's another thing is, like, another deal breaker is, like, those who open up the can of worms too quickly, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, the depressing ones. Look, man, like, I don't care about your your past relationship, man. Like, you can tell me that later down the road, man. If you're having a bad day and it's like, hey, sweetie, what's wrong? Oh, you know, it's my ex and stuff. Fine, you can tell me all about that shit. But, man, if it's the first date, don't be coming at me fucking telling me about, yeah, my ex is so stupid. Or, like, fucking telling me about your life story, man. It's like,
it's the worst.
Dre Santi says Roman covers his back acne, whereas Avesta covers back acne from the roids. Yeah, he's also trying to hide his roid belly as well. With his Roman Reigns does not have a good body. Like, that's his only downside, man. Is that, like, behind that pretty face, oh, that body is just like he has such a weird football body and stuff like that.
That's why he wears the vest.
What's with the recycled Mania venue cities? I don't know, Degenerate Sharigon. I think it's like WWE is just not bidding hard enough for like the new stadium. Like, they're going to Atlanta in 36, possibly.
I think it's whoever puts the most money, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I think Atlanta's not like putting money because they're doing Super Bowl next year. So like, I feel like their stadium still needs a lot of work. I feel Minnesota, it's like, they can put the money, but the hard thing about WrestleMania is this. WrestleMania is not like the Super Bowl where it's like a week. But the thing is, like, the Super Bowl is not really for the fans, per se, that go there. It's more for corporate sponsors and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people who go to the Super Bowl are, like, NFL players' families and, like, you know, corporate sponsors. Like, yes, some fans sometimes go, but it's because they got tickets from, like, a corporate sponsor that's not going to the game and stuff like that. It's not really a fans game type of deal, man. It's more of that. WrestleMania is meant for the fans. And for Minnesota, you have a great new stadium, but man, you have to convince WWE. Yeah, man, you gotta put on a week of excitement in Minnesota where it's snowing as hell. And WrestleMania is like a attraction thing, and at least with New York, at least you can put wrestlers and the fans in New York, so it's not like the snow is too bad. There's a lot more that your family can do in New York City. There's not really much you can fucking do in Minnesota. And, like, there is a lot, but you have to do what's it called? You have to do so much in there too, man. Like, that's the thing, man. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's too hard. I don't know. It's too hard for like them to get to Minnesota, you know. I don't like them in Minnesota, but that's the problem, man. It's too snowy. Walter, are you gonna be attending the WrestleMania in New Jersey or not?
Yeah, I most likely am. I mean, I kind of have to. After 29, I kind of want to go to a good Mania, and I think this could be. Hopefully, you know, I can't even guarantee that might be a good Mania, but hopefully it will. You know, it's a local one. I can't really miss out on a local Mania like that. You know, eventually I do want to travel for a Mania, but you know. I guess if you want to come, I mean, I guess if they want to come to New Jersey next year, then I might as well just go. Yeah. Even if I went to Philly, I would have went. So.
Mania should be an LA Coliseum or the Rose Bowl, at least I think once. No. Like, I love both of those venues, but man, dude, those venues are trash.
The LA Coliseum?
Dude, the Coliseum's trash. I'm being dead serious, man. The Rose Bowl has not fared well either, man. Like, they're waiting until that new stadium's built. That's when they're going to do it, man.
I'd probably go to that. Yeah, definitely.
Girls who are too full of themselves. Yeah, girls are too full of themselves wrestling to talk. I agree with you there. What went wrong with Alexander Gustafsson after the Jones fight? He decided to fight Anthony Rumble Johnson and got his ass kicked. Hey, that's what went wrong. He got his ass kicked after he got his ass kicked, man. WrestleMania needs to go into Chicago, DC, Baltimore, and San Diego. Chicago has a shit stadium right now, so Soldier Field's not really like the best, and I don't think they would do it inside Wrigley. DC, no, and especially with the owner of the Redskins, there's no way, man, and stuff like that.
Their stadium is horrible.
Yeah, Baltimore needs a new stadium ASAP. And San Diego, you're not hosting one in Qualcomm. I can tell you that, man. Like, not even San Diego State University Stadium is good enough for WrestleMania, man. Like, you need a good stadium. And everyone's gonna be like, what about the Citrus Bowl? Here's the thing, man. The Citrus Bowl, they at least renovated it a little bit and stuff like that. So,
yeah, they did renovate it. Actually, that's why they went there again. Yeah. But they got to go to a newer stadium.
Oh no, I know MetLife is not in New York, Maryland Wolves. I'm just saying that you can put the families in New York. That's what I'm saying. Like your travel packages, you can add New York to your travel package.
That's what they're gonna do.
That's what happened to a lot of people. A lot of people were actually in New York. Like they did a lot of shit in New York, and then the day of Mania, they had a transport bus take them to MetLife in New Jersey. That's what I'm saying, because it's not that far off, right? Like, I don't know, Walter. It's not that far off. It's like an hour
actually,
and a half.
It's like an hour, I think. I mean, when I took a train from Penn Station, which is New York, to MetLife, that was like 30 minutes, maybe even less. So, yeah, a bus ride's not even an hour, I think, to MetLife. I don't know, but that would be the only thing they'll do in New Jersey is WrestleMania, the show itself. But everything else looks like it might stay in New York.
Yeah. CenturyLink crowd would be unreal for Mania. Yeah, CenturyLink would be a pretty good place for Mania, man. Like, definitely. It's just Philadelphia didn't put up enough money, man. That's the problem. And because like the thing is, like I said, WrestleMania, it's all about the attraction places too, man. Who phoned in more matches, Dean Ambrose or Rob Van Dam? Asked by CPZ. I think Ambrose, man. Ambrose is the king of phoning shit in, man.
Wow. Yeah, Ambrose is pretty bad. I think, yeah, he's lazy. That's the thing. So he could do so much better, and you know, he just does whatever he wants. And I guess if it, you know, he's still getting paid at the end of the day, but you could tell sometimes Ambrose he just doesn't care.
Yeah, RVD near the end, yes, phoned stuff in. But I think that's due to like injuries of being like a crazy bastard throughout the whole years. That's just me.
Yeah, he was getting older. Ambrose is doing this while he's still in his prime.
Yeah, that's the difference. It's like not like RVD, because like RVD when he was younger, man. You can't tell me ECW Attitude Era RVD like was lazy. Like Invasion Era RVD was lazy. Like Ambrose is in his prime. This dude's fucking lazy as hell phoning in matches. RVD when you're older, you have like the leeway to phone in matches as long as you get your shit in. Like I don't care, man. Like when you get older. Like, if I'm seeing Seth Rollins wrestle when he's older, as long as Seth Rollins is like, look, man, all I want to do is do the swing blade, maybe the knee, and the curb stomp. That's it. Cool. Good. Because I've seen Seth Rollins wrestle great matches in his prime. And then plus it helps you out when they do have a good match again. You're like, oh, man. Mania in Vancouver would be great, too. Vancouver, I would want one in Toronto again before Vancouver. Like, I feel Toronto getting slept on way too much, man, to be honest, man.
Toronto's the big money. I thought I would eventually go to Toronto sooner or later.
They went there for Goldberg versus Lesnar. Survival.
Man.
All right, guys. We'll take a few more questions. But before we take more questions, I got to do this for our good friend, the Q&A queen, good friend of mine. I talk to her about wrestling all the time. Snowdrop 578 on Twitter. 758, sorry, Snowdrop. You guys should know, if you guys are longtime viewers of the channel, Snowdrop always asks questions. Obviously, it's late at night. I believe she lives on the East Coast or something. But I said during the next Q&A, I would read off Wrestle Snowmania 3 and stuff like that. You guys should know Snowdrop makes the funniest scenes and stuff like that. So here you go, Wrestle Snowmania 3, live in Russia during the winter. So we're doing it different here. So it's fucking frigid cold. The opening match is a 40 midget over the top Royal Rumble. No contest as nobody could get over the top rope. This is said to be Vince's favorite match of all time. Oh my god, that sounds like. Can you imagine like 40 fucking midgets, Walter, just like not.
No. Oh my god. Like, it'll take 20 minutes to get one over the top, bro.
Shane McMahon comes out and state, "There's a rumor that I have." Oh, I should do the Shane voice. There's a rumor that I have a bias against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Well, I think Daniel Bryan has a bias in favor of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The crowd sits there more silently than a Tito Ortiz return as Daniel Bryan comes in and says, "Well, Shane, you're a hothead, and I just want the land of opportunity to be that, a land of opportunity." They repeat their points for about 5 hours. We have to cancel the WWE title match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura for this. Oh no! Could you imagine? Could you imagine that, man? Could you imagine they canceled the WWE Championship match? They're like, oh yeah, because AJ and Shane have stuck. Unified tag titles. The Core versus Nexus versus 3MB versus the Social Outcast versus Heath Slater and Rhino. Heath Slater wins, but for which team, nobody really knows. He pulled Cody Rhodes there when Cody Rhodes won the tag titles with Ted DiBiase. He beat himself.
Oh yeah. Wow. He Slater would have went with the 3MB.
I think he would have gone with the Nexus, man. We are one, we are one, we are one, we will fight together. Let's see. Intercontinental title match. Kenny Omega versus Lego Finn Balor in a TLC match. Finn doesn't bother showing up as wasn't finished building his Lego WrestleMania set, so Kenny just awkwardly stands there for a few minutes. Dave Meltzer gave this match 9 7/8 stars.
Wow, not a full 10 stars. Damn,
I know. It should have been 10 stars. U.S. title match. Hulk Hogan versus Lex Luger versus John Cena versus Face Sergeant Slaughter versus American...
Face Sergeant?
Yeah, not the heel one that was all about Al-Qaeda. Versus American Alpha versus Kurt Angle versus Jack Swagger versus Zeb Coulter versus the American Dream Justice Road versus the American Males in the most American match ever. Cena wins after pinning one of the American Males as the Breakfast Club needed one more title. The Breakfast Club always needs a title. The people I wanted to use but couldn't find any other place for the card, so here's a Battle Royale dedicated to people who just exist enough. I bring you the JTG Memorial Battle Royale. A legend on the Chase Oliver channel, JTG. Remember the famous Push JTG video I made on this channel. The JTG Battle Royale featuring Jinder Mahal, Snowdrop's favorite wrestler. A returning Chavo Guerrero, a legend also on the Chase Oliver channel. Machete Samoa Joe. Who can forget such a legend? Managed by a brainwashed Aisha. Oh no. Machete Samoa Joe got Aisha again. Chase Bolivar. Oh, my alter ego. Chase Bolivar. Still at Stanford. He's still educating himself. Heard he's trying to become Hollywood. Don't know if that's true or not. Because why the hell not? And any other random names that pop in your head, like Heidenreich. The Battle Royal is won by Randy Orton as he stands next to the JTG statue. He wonders why the hell he even wanted it in the first place.
Why was he in it?
Dude, because why not, dude? It's for people that need to be used. Unified Women's title match. Sister Abigail versus Women's Royal Rumble winner Santina Marella in a retirement match. After a 5-star performance from both superstars, Sister Abigail wins with her finishing move, Bray Wyatt. The crowd chanted, "Thank you, Santina." Santina leaves her tiara, dress, and ribbon in the ring as she hugs her twin brother Santino, because they are different people, and the rest of her family. She slowly walks up the ramp, raises her arms high in the air, and descends below the ground as a sad piano cover of "She Looks Good to Me" plays. The crowd plays a moment of silence for her legendary career. That actually sounds like a great... Could you imagine Santina versus Sister Abigail? That'd be like the greatest thing ever. I think so. Main event? Question mark. Triple H versus the LED board for the WWE title match. Oh, man. After a hard-thought match, Triple H wins the pedigree off the Titantron, thus ending the show. Or does it? Suddenly, the whole Breakfast Club comes out celebrating Triple H as he officially passes Bruno Sammartino's WWE title reign. Jesus, that'd be the greatest reign ever. But who else interrupts but Jobber Jacket Finn Balor in the club with Cody, Omega, and Marty Scurll and the Young Bucks. They stare each other down. An impromptu tag match takes place. The Breakfast Club versus the Bullet Club. The Breakfast Club buries these jobbers and ends the night by setting up a table and enjoying a late breakfast. That'd be the greatest main event ever, man. Can you imagine Breakfast Club just burying the fucking Bullet Club? Oh, so great. 5 stars.
That's 10 stars right there. That's a 10-star match.
That's 15 stars, Walter. 15-star penalty. 15-star match. So there you guys go. Wrestle Snowmania 3. What a wonderful thing. Thank you, Snowdrop. I love when you bring these to the table. They just get better and better every year and stuff like that. All right, Wrestling Otaku. Who would you take? Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley? Lashley? Why would I take Lesnar? I want Lashley.
A lot of people would take Lesnar. I mean, he's Lesnar. Damn, that's a good matchup, man. I like Lashley. TNA Lashley's obviously a lot better. I like Lesnar too. I don't know. I want to see a match. So,
CPZ wants to know, what is the story behind Yahoo? And why do you do it at the end of your video? The story behind Yahoo is Finn Balor says it in his matches. He goes, Yahoo! Yasso! And he says stupid shit like that. So, when I was doing my Finn Balor rant, I said, this motherfucker says Yahoo and stuff like that. So, I kind of use it just to make fun of Yahoo and make fun of Finn Balor in a way. So, like, I end my video saying Yahoo just because I think it's hilarious. Like, I just do it. And also, like, it helps when you have something on your channel people are like, used to. Like, that's why, like, I've been saying it for, like, 2 years now, the Brock Lesnar, because, like, I thought it was hilarious when someone asked him, like, what do you think about your time in WWE if you lose this UFC fight? And he's like, I don't give a shit, and stuff like that. I've been saying that Brock Lesnar catchphrase for over 2 years and stuff like that, because I just want people to know sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And so, like, just like Brock Lesnar, just don't give a shit. So that one, the Yahoo thing, it's just more of a comedy thing that I do and stuff like that. I just do it because I hope people are, like, having fun saying Yahoo when I put on the jobber jacket or when I talk about Finn fucking Balor and stuff like that. So it's more of just like a way, like, because there's certain people, man, when you watch their videos and they say a catchphrase, you say it. Like, I know when I watch Chris Smooth's videos, sometimes before even Chris Smooth does something, I'll be like, give that guy a map. What are you doing? And stuff. Like, I say that or something like that. Or, like, I'll say, like, shot clock cheese. It's almost like with The Rock. When he has a catchphrase and you say it, you say it even though it's in your TV. So hopefully people are having fun. Like, it's like with the UFC streams. It's always El Kukui. We all make fun of Tony Ferguson. So it's like we all say El Kukui and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I say Yahoo. It's more of a, what's it called? It's more of that and stuff like that.
It's to show his admiration for Finn Balor.
Fuck Finn Balor. It's not Balor. It's Balor.
It's not Balor.
It's Balor. The boring man who does extra boring things. What is a must-watch video on this channel you feel that you're proud of? Ooh, must-watch. Honestly, it's WWE Growing Up Bella Raw review. I think that's, like, the best video I've done on this channel. It's actually one of my more popular uploads and stuff like that. And I misspelled WWE on purpose because that was the promo where Triple H was like, WWE. Because I was saying how much it was terrible. Either that review... my review where I make fun of $9.99 and stuff. That was another must-watch video on my channel. And then there's a couple of the Q&As that were just, like, fucking funny. Like, I feel like a lot of the Q&As are cool. But if I choose 2 must-watch videos on my channel, it's definitely those. I feel like the quality is not there anymore. I feel like they aged well. But I feel like the quality of my commentary wasn't that good back then. But I feel like when it comes to watching videos, those were, like, kind of my best videos, like, that I personally like watching and stuff like that. Walter, what's a favorite Chase All, if you watch? Like, you don't have to choose one, but if you have a favorite one, what is a must-watch video for you on this channel?
A favorite one, the most watched? Damn. I mean, it could be one of your streams, because I do check out some of them. I don't remember all of them, but I remember there was one. Wasn't you shitting on Dolph Ziggler? I think it was. I mean, that's every stream, but there was one in particular. Like, I was like, God damn.
Oh, I think it was was it the one where he was coming back and he was trying to, he was doing a promo. He's like, yeah, the Dash of Fuentes. Was it that one?
I don't know. I felt like he was older.
Oh, older. Oh, was it like when he was Intercontinental Champion after he beat Luke Harper?
Maybe something like that, or maybe it was. Yeah, it was when he was the sole survivor and all that. Yeah, I think it was that during that time.
Another good stream I would have to say is also I feel like another stream that was really good of mine was the Finn Balor shove. Like the first time Finn Balor came on the main roster and he beat Reigns and stuff like that. That's really
yeah.
That literally solidified me as like I'm anti Finn Balor. Like I'm
Yeah,
just like
that did.
that was like, and the funny thing is, I thought, I'm gonna get shitted on by these. There was more people actually like agreeing with me, more people thumbs up. Like I don't know why, I just was like, why are people liking my opinion? Like I thought for real, like people were gonna shit on me, man. My favorite was when Chase would go on OK Faves after Raw thing and argue with some of the girls on there. First of all, I only argued with Matt on OK Faves. On Elena's, I argued with Dory. Okay, and here's the thing. I think a lot of people like when I debate people. I think a lot of people think it's funny. I think it's great. Walter's been a part of some of the debates that I've been in and watched people. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, CPZ. Yeah, that. Whoever asked that question, that was the funniest question. Like, so Walter, someone on one of my streams asked me like, what who would win in a match between Rollins and Nakamura? The winner who would get the most injuries. I sort of because this is when Nakamura hurt Aries with the eye and stuff like that. So people were saying Nakamura was a dangerous worker, and so people were like, "Oh yeah, who would injure more? Who? Seth Rollins or Nakamura?" I was laughing my fucking ass off, and I was like saying, like, "Could you just imagine this match?" I'm like, and the sad thing is, Smarks would actually love that shit. Degenerate Sharingan asks, favorite territory. Do you have a favorite territory, Ross? Do you have a favorite territory? I like some of the Texas stuff. If you go back and watch some of the Deep South wrestling and stuff like that, Texas stuff, Texas has like
that's some old school territories. I don't really have a favorite one, but I really didn't watch a lot of those territories. But yeah, anything that's in the South, I feel like that's always best.
Yeah, I like a lot of the Texas territories. Those would probably be my personal favorite. Degenerate Sharingan. Really good storytelling. And even I would go Texas, Canada, and then some Northeast stuff like USWA and stuff like that. I think USWA was Northeast, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I'm not like the biggest on territory. That's something. Oh, the American a la carte debate stream. People were waiting for that one, man, and I buried that fool, man, and that guy.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah,
dude, like I got there was so much hype for that stream and stuff like that. Mid South, okay, Mid South. That's Dre Sante's favorite.
Mid South, yeah.
What's up, Rick Bad Boy? Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, I know, but man, like, there's so many good streams that I've done, man. Like, I love streaming. Streaming's fun because you have to be on your feet, man, when you stream. Yeah, I think like sometimes with my arguments and debates, that's why I don't get invited to other YouTuber shows because like they know that I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm like, no, dude, like I'm gonna challenge your opinion. Like the thing is, here's the thing. The reason why certain things were successful is because like I would challenge people's opinions, man. I don't sit there and let you say some. I'll be like, why you think that and stuff, man. Oh, the Roman Reigns appreciation stream. Oh yeah, I made that to troll people. To be honest, that was a troll stream. I you know what's funny, CPZ? I was actually thinking of making more appreciation streams. Actually, recently, I was like, you know what? We should make a Jason Jordan appreciation stream.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do a Jason thing. Ann Arbor would be an awesome Mania as well. Biggest crowd for Mania ever. Ooh, and Ann Arbor. Yeah, that would be probably the best Detroit Mania and stuff like that. Detroit's not that bad. Also, selection for Mania. What about Alabama, Bryant Denny, WrestleMania?
I don't think they'd go there.
I mean, they always go to the South. So.
Yeah, that's true. They go to New Orleans all the time, though.
Yeah,
maybe Atlanta.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'd be good. Ooh, that'd be like Alabama. And then you play the Crimson Tide theme song. Out comes Nick Saban clapping his hands. I'm happy that WrestleMania is in this location, in this area, and stuff like that. So, how, Connor, are they going to strip you from your title? Hey, Connor, how are they going to strip you from your title? They ain't going to do fucking nothing. They ain't going to do fucking shit. How the fuck are they going to strip me? They ain't going to do fucking shit. I have this fucking title forever, Dre Santi. This fucking belt is mine. You really think they're gonna fucking strip this belt off me? They fucking need me with this belt. Here's the thing, belt or no belt, I'm still getting more pay-per-view buys than fucking Max Holloway. Hashtag blessed era, more like the hashtag broke era. Fucking, it is what it is. Yeah, it's gonna be is what it is when the UFC goes bankrupt. Tony Ferguson, El Kakui. The only thing crazy and scary about you is the fact that you don't fucking shave your head. This fucking receding hairline is disgusting. And you really think I'm afraid of Khabib? He talks about wrestling bears. I fucking fight in cages with tigers every fucking day. Fuck everyone. I'm gonna fight Floyd Mayweather or Diaz before I fight these bums. These guys are the real money fight. I know my voice is not the best for Connor, but at least I got the mannerisms down, so I think it's hilarious. And that shit that he would say and stuff like that. The thumbnail of this video is hilarious. Yeah, I always try to find funny videos, thumbnail CPZ. Like I was like, what should I do for the thumbnail of this video? And I was like, oh, Cena doing the Too Sweet thing. That's like my favorite thing ever, man.
Right? I was like, what the fuck, Cena? When he did that, I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah, when I was ranting about Mitch the Plant. Oh, I found the Chase Oliver list. I remember there was like a stream where I made the list of Chase Oliver. It was like it had like Mitch the Plant, Garbage Man, Care Bear, the actual list itself. CM Punk made the list. It was stupid, man. WrestleMania for the Tokyo Dome. WrestleMania needs to fix on that time change level. I think it could work inside the Tokyo Dome. WrestleMania in Japan would be pretty cool. It's more of the travel expenses that's pretty hard because you have to convince people to go to fucking Japan. But I wouldn't mind it in the Tokyo Dome.
And would they even do it live?
Well, yeah, they could. I mean, because if you do a show at 4 o'clock, because UFC did shows at like 7, and that's like at 12 p.m. and stuff like that. So if you do it at 4, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time, I think you could do it, man. Well, Mexico's time difference is not that bad, Maryland. Well, it's based off our clock, so it just depends on where you go in Mexico.
They're going to do WrestleMania in Mexico?
I think they could.
In the Azteca Stadium?
Yeah, Azteca. Why not? And in the near future, I would see WrestleMania in Los Angeles once the new stadium's done, maybe 39 or 40. Well, the new stadium's done in 2021, so around there, yeah. Oh, I mean for Japan. Oh, okay. I thought you meant in Mexico. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the only problem, but it just depends when you want to do it. Yankee Stadium for SummerSlam? They better do one of these stadiums, man. Like, you're doing one for Rumble next year at Chase Field. You might as well do it. You might as well do it now, right?
Do a Rumble at Yankee Stadium. It'll be frozen.
Dude, Yankee Stadium, though, is like... But Yankee Stadium's... No, he said SummerSlam.
Oh, SummerSlam? Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of... Yeah, they always go to Barclays, but I always felt like if you're going to do SummerSlam, do it in an outside venue.
Yeah, like all these years in LA, and you didn't think of an outside venue or something like that?
Yeah, all these years in New York, and they're still doing it in the arenas. Like, so now, like, if they do get 35 in New York, they're going to have to change the SummerSlam location the year after, I'm assuming.
Wait,
or what date? I don't know.
Yeah, SummerSlam 2018 is already in Brooklyn, Maryland, Whoops. So unfortunately, that's not the case. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami would make sense though, and stuff like that. Yeah, I know that would make the most sense. I agree with that. Who do you see going for WWE spring cleaning? Oh man, dude, I don't even want to think about. I feel bad for those who lose jobs, man. Spring cleaning for WWE. Ooh. A lot of jobbers, man. Like, I don't know, like, it'd be great to see Finn Balor get released or something.
Is there real? I feel like everyone has a purpose in that company.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Kurt Hawkins might be gone. I wouldn't be surprised if Bo Dallas gets released, man. He ain't really doing shit.
Well, he's with the Miz Taraj, so. Unless they get rid of the Miz Taraj,
I think Apollo Crews will be the one people who like, WWE just messed up with him. I don't know. I think Crews, they would just be like, go back to NXT. Like, I don't see why.
Yeah, they wouldn't release him.
Like, why would... He's one of Triple H... Once you take that picture with Triple H, man, you're there for life, dude.
Yeah,
like, why do you think Leo Rush is not released yet, man? What happened to the Unprofessional Wrestling Show on my channel, CPZ? I don't talk to the Michael kid anymore. That's what happened. And then scheduling. Like, at that time, I didn't have a job, but then I got a job around that time, and we just couldn't schedule with each other and stuff. I like that guy. He was a funny dude. He's a big New Japan guy, so I thought it was a different take on wrestling and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that's what happened. Hey, but you got I'm Walter. You got Walter here. All right, guys, a few more questions, and then Walter and I do actually have to sleep because we are human beings and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. So a few more of these questions and shit. Questions. As you guys know, I put Stadia. I put Sami Zayn as my Twitter header. He's now my new favorite wrestler. And stuff like that. What other stadiums would be great for SummerSlam? StubHub. That'd be kind of cool for SummerSlam. Because it's like a newer stadium, but it's also small, so you have that quaint feel and stuff like that. And it's pretty loud, actually. So I think wrestlers would kind of be taken aback on it. Texas has some stadiums that would work, like Reliant Stadium would be pretty good and stuff like that. I think of like sunny places because you want it to be fucking sunny. You don't want it to be fucking like cold and shit.
I guess anything in Florida.
Yeah, but you gotta choose a nice stadium. You can't just choose some shitty stadium, man. So yeah.
I don't know. Shit.
What happened to the wrestling gurus? They just broke up, man. Like, I honestly don't know, man. Like, I can't tell. I love Mitch, so I'm never gonna say bad things about him, man. He was one of the guys who helped me out in YouTube, man, and he's an interesting cat to say the least, man. But I don't know, man. It was just, I feel like they did too much near the end. Like, I feel like they just lost interest, to be honest, man. They just lost interest in the channel. Mitch tried to pursue his career as a wrestler, and he did well for himself, man. So, like, you know, like, the dude did great things, you know, like, you know, he did his thing. And I just feel like Mitch kind of got lost a little bit. I feel like once Jared kind of got, like, out of wrestling, it was kind of hard for Mitch to find something. And I know they brought Calamania 07 into the mix, but it was like, it was more of like, it was just, I just feel like they just lost a certain connection there. So yeah, I just feel there was like a certain connection that was lost. Like there was something that near the end was just like missing and stuff like that. And it sucks because they're one of the YouTubers I liked watching, and you know Mitch is kind of my boy and everything. So yeah. Did you ever watch the Wrestling Gurus, Walter?
Yeah, a little bit. I know they're an older channel, but yeah, I thought that he was trying to become a wrestler or something like that. That's why he left. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. What movie trailers are looking forward to you seeing during the Super Bowl? I don't even know if there's movie trailers. I don't like movie trailers. I'm afraid of them. That's like a straight true.
I didn't know there was a lot of them, and I thought they showed like Doritos commercials or some shit like that.
I thought it was like Doritos and stuff like that. Super Bowl pick: Patriots.
Yeah, gotta go with the Pats. I never bet against Tom Brady unless it's against the Giants.
And plus, he's a bird killer. Walter, did you notice this? He kills birds in Super Bowls, man.
Yeah, Falcons.
He's an animal killer, man. Like minus the. Dude, he killed the Rams. He kills the Panthers. He killed Eagles. You know, and stuff like that. He killed and stuff
Seahawks.
Like that. Yeah.
Falcons about to kill the Eagles again.
Seahawks.
You can't kill Giants. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you can't kill like inanimate objects, man. He's like, you can only kill animals.
Like teams that don't even have a mascot or cheerleaders.
No, like he can only kill animals, man. Tom Brady's an animal hater, guys. Someone call PETA. Someone better call PETA up and say like, oh shit, Tom Brady's at it again.
It's crazy. He wins all. He beats all these teams. He has 2 chances to beat the Giants.
We're talking about in the NFC wrestling otaku, not in the AFC. AFC birds are different kind of birds, man. Like I don't know what's with these AFC animals are different than NFC. Did you know? Has he beat the Broncos ever in the playoffs? I think he always loses to them.
Only when Tim Tebow was the quarterback.
Oh yeah, he did beat the Broncos. Yeah. He beat the Ravens once, though. He beat the Ravens once in the playoffs. He
did. They were down 10 or down 14, I think. Yeah. I forgot. It was definitely more than 10, and he came back.
And then he also, like, for many years, fucking destroyed those Indianapolis Colts. So it's like, yeah.
And the Colts actually beat him one time.
Yeah, Wrestling Jesus did a rant on me, but that was back in the day, man. back in the way old days of the Wire.
Yeah, I think Jesus. He's done a bunch of videos. He still does videos.
Yeah, man, he's gone soft apparently. I haven't seen any of his stuff like that. That's what someone said. Yeah, that's what CPZ said, that Wrestling Jesus went soft. But man, I haven't seen any of his shit in quite some time and stuff like that. Whatever happened to Dale Tommy? He heard Brian Kendrick, and so like now they're trying to rework his shit. I guess that's what I'm thinking of this. I would like to see a Chase versus Deluxe Man debate. Ooh, that'd be some good shit. Too bad it will never happen, man. Because Deluxe Man, he don't want people like. Here's the thing, I wouldn't mind going on Deluxe Man's channel and having a fun debate. Because I'm not gonna hate him at the end of the day. But I've debated with Deluxe Man in the past. I've talked to Deluxe Man in the past. Dude takes shit too personally. That's just how it is. It is what it is. You can't change someone's opinion and stuff like that when someone takes it personally, like, and stuff like that. Like, trust me, man. I feel like I would bring a great demographic to his channel that he doesn't have. Because he relies on the smart thing. If he had someone that actually challenges his shit, his opinion would be more respected. But he doesn't. He doesn't like people challenging his opinion. He says he welcomes all wrestling debates and stuff like that. He doesn't love it, man. When you challenge his shit, he don't love it, man. And then, like, he says that you're just trying to hate and stuff like that. I don't care. Like, I don't hate people as a person for wrestling, man. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, I miss Spinnernet still does videos, dude. I love Spinnernet, man.
He still does videos?
Yeah, dude. He did a Super Bowl video.
Oh, sports video. He doesn't do any more wrestling videos, though.
No, I stopped watching wrestling a long time ago. Here's the thing. I would still be watching. But what is there to watch? What is there for me to sit there and talk about? Nothing. There's nothing. Alright? I can sit here. And I can bullshit my way. And say to myself, I like that AJ Styles is in the WWE. But quite frankly, he has the weird long hair. I don't get it. That's what Spinnernet would probably say, man. I love Spinnernet, dude. He's my boy.
I mean, he's kind of right. There's nothing to tune in, really.
Yeah, that's what he would say. I know. I've talked to Spinnernet a bunch of times, man. So I know that's what he would say, man. He's like the guy. Who you got? Nakamura and AJ at Mania. There's this country called Japan, Che Carlos, and Nakamura represents.
It's Japan versus the world.
Oh, it's Japan versus U.S., brother. Chase, is a bit odd that Tom Brady's Super Bowls are in order: Rams NFC West, Panthers NFC South, Eagles NFC East, Seahawks NFC West, Falcons NFC South, and probably the Eagles NFC East. That's kind of creepy. Illuminati confirmed.
That is weird.
I thought after he lost to the Giants the second... I'll give Brady this, man. I thought after he lost to the Giants for the second time, I thought I'd never... I was one of the few people that were actually picking the Patriots to beat the Seahawks, man. I thought the Patriots had a way better team than the Seahawks, at least in my opinion. I thought... Because, like, a lot of people forgot that Broncos team was injured. So, like, that Broncos defense wasn't like the Broncos defense that faced off against the Carolina Panthers. But I don't... Like, Walter, who do you think was a better defense? Do you think Seahawks defense against Peyton Manning was better, or do you think the Broncos defense against Cam Newton was better?
I think the Broncos defense.
I'm on the Seahawks defense. I thought they were better than...
I like the Seahawks defense, and they were really good. But, man, that Broncos defense was something. Like, because I didn't expect them to be like that. Maybe that's why it's kind of like going with the Jaguars this year, where I knew their defense was going to be good, but man, their defense is really good this year.
Yeah.
So maybe it was something like that, but yeah, Seahawks, I think people forget they used to have a really good defense. Now they're like obviously getting older, but and every time Tom Brady faces a really good defense, no matter what happens, like he'll just win. I don't know why. Like I don't know how he does it.
Yeah. Do you think Hogan was just the right gay guy? Of course he was the right gay guy. And the right gay place.
Right gay guy.
Yeah, that was from like the promo, like when he was like I think it was the Vince match. It was like, you're the right gay guy. Like, Vince like fucked up. Like he flubbed his words saying you're the right gay guy and stuff like that. So, that was Vince fucking up and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. Everyone's saying Broncos defense. Maybe I'm a biased Chargers fan. That's why. Maybe that's why I'm just biased. I'm like, can't give the Broncos
Hate
any
the Broncos.
credit. Yeah, no, I can't, dude. Like the Raiders are my most hated team, and then Broncos would be number 2, and then number 3 would be the fucking Chiefs. Like, yeah. How about the
Raiders,
Archfiend?
wow.
Oh Jesus, Archfiend! I haven't heard about that dude in forever. Is he still?
Yeah, what happened? He stopped making videos like that.
Man, dude, Archfiend, holy shit, man! That's like bringing up Latrell P123, man.
But he was a big Eagles fan, so I'm surprised. Not even one video.
Nah, nothing. Hey, we all know who's making the video Sunday. EDP, baby.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, I'm at Chipotle right now, and I'll just destroy the fucking toilet, fucking shit and everything like that. Man, I ain't gonna let a brand
He's
define
at
who
the
the fuck
Super Bowl,
I am.
I think.
Huh?
I think he's at the Super Bowl.
Oh, is he?
I saw like some video saying he's in Minnesota or something.
Man, I'm fucking over here freezing my fucking cold ass. It's fucking weather right now. Motherfucker. It's like fucking cold, man, and shit. ADP, shut the fuck up, bitch. Go on, like you know me who the fuck I am.
What a man. Like, he actually got tickets to the Super Bowl to see his favorite team play.
Hey, have fun with that, man. Doesn't Heel Steven work in 1 hour? Yeah, he crashed. I'm with his cousin. Any thoughts on Spider Silva getting busted for anabolics again? I'm not surprised, motherfucker. Hey, look, Anderson Silva's still the GOAT. I don't care what anyone says. But that's kind of a bummer, man, that he can't catch a break, man. Fucking USADA, dude. Like, just let these fighters fight, man. Like, seriously, man. Like, god damn. I want to see the fighters at their best, buddy, man. Like, and here's the thing, too. Anderson Silva has to take steroids because, like, of his fucking knees and shit, man. Like, he's old, man. Like, when you get older, man, sometimes you gotta take this shit. Like, I bet you, man, when GSP comes back from his ulcerative colitis, dude, they're gonna be on him because he had to take a steroid for his ulcerative colitis, man. Oh yeah, Ty 1822 is definitely happy about his Eagles, but man, I hope his Eagles lose, man. I hate the Eagles, man. Like, they're one of my most hated teams. You all think I would hate the Patriots more than the Eagles? Nah, man, I fucking hate the Eagles, dude. Fuck them.
Wow.
I hate the Eagles, man. Like, because
More
everyone's
than
like,
the
oh,
Cowboys?
what about the, huh?
More than the Cowboys?
I actually don't mind the Cowboys, to be honest with you.
Oh, no.
I've never, like, I know you're a Giants fan, so you don't like any of those two teams, but, like, the Cowboys don't really know. Eagles fans are way worse than Cowboys fans, man. Cowboys fans are just stupid. There's a difference, man.
That is true.
Cowboys fans are stupid, but their stupidity is at least funny. Like, they're like, yeah, man, Dez and I, we're going to take it all the way in some bullshit. Fucking Eagles fans, man, they say shit and you're just like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? Like, shit. You are just crazy. Like, Eagles fans just don't understand. Like, sometimes they don't understand football. And they just scream at stupid shit, dude. Fuck Eagle fans, dude. I do not want that fan base to be happy, dude. Like, fuck them.
They don't deserve to be happy, to be honest.
Yeah, man, you booing Santa Claus and shit, throwing shit. And then you guys complain about everything. And y'all disrespect T.O. when that motherfucker was the only one trying in the Super Bowl. And fucking Don McNabb was being the real pussy. And by the way, McNabb's one of my favorite players ever. So. New Japan Pro Wrestling Breakfast Club. Oh, that's easy, degenerate. It's fucking Tanahashi, Okada, Naito, Kenny Omega, and Young Bucks. There's your Breakfast Club, damn it.
Young Bucks.
What are your thoughts on the Young Bucks, Walter? You loved them, right?
I don't love them at all, man. Every time I went to a ROH show, I would just like their matches were always good, but man, like people just overhyped the hell out of them. Like I understand they're talented and all, I just don't buy into them like that. Like I mean, they're a big team. They're like a nice name and all, but I just don't buy into the Young Bucks. This no selling crap, and it's just not for me completely. So.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this Q&A. I know that people are gonna be answering questions still, and I'll try to get through the questions as fast as I can as I do this outro. But thank you guys very much for tuning in to the late night live Q&A. Like always, if you watch this video the playback, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up now before we go off air. Much appreciated. Hit the goofy bell if you guys want notifications of when I'm going to go live next. Thank you guys very much for watching. Walter, do you want to plug your Twitter before we get off the air?
Yes, I will plug my Twitter at HamWalter. That's really the only place you should really follow me at. And yeah, I had fun today on this nice stream here.
Yeah, I'll try to bring Walter on in the future. Walter is a great co-host from the Team Hill podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaseR68, and then hit the subscribe button down below. Remember, guys, just like Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And pop your fucking collar, look around like a goof, and go and say, yo! Have yourself a good one, folks.